How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? Is that one guy back at it again with some more Platinum Star City. Last we left off, a siren's call. Question in the air. And the things that we have to ask ourselves is...
We gonna die.
I mean,
gonna die.
are you going to die? Better thing. But
You tell me.
Probably.
I don't know. Are we, Josh?
Usually, you
I don't know.
said
You're the
wanted to
DM. You
kill
should
us
be able to
earlier.
tell us.
hey, the DM has only little control. I can steer the ship in a direction towards the island of our designation. If you guys decide to jump ship and go somewhere else, I just have to turn the boat around to pick you up. That's all it is.
Or then kill us again.
Again? When's the first time I killed you in this
In the
universe? Yeah, we play multiple games on and offline. I'm your host, that one guy, the DM. I have a shirt on, but I don't know if you guys can see it yet. A nice little bunny that says pretty much, I can't read backwards.
Is that your final decision?
Yeah. Little bunny with a DM screen. Is that your final decision?
Yes.
My actual thing, it was so cool that my friend Kaylee, shout out to Maple, who got me this for Christmas. I was worried it wouldn't fit. It does fit. Yay. But it was great when I saw it because it was like, the DM tropes really happen more than we realize. Because I do find myself asking not just you guys, but all my players in different D&D games, do you actually do that? Or do you actually say that?
Ugh, it kind of kills me. I want a straight answer.
No, you're not allowed.
Hey, it's called bullshit.
That's not how real life works either.
Oh, shit.
Well, as we get ready to get into this session, we are 29 episodes in. I don't know if we still should... I want a player's opinion. Should we still do introductions, or should we make people go back and watch the VODs?
That is up to you.
It's more of a time thing, because we don't have any ad sponsors. That's why I was always like, let's go ahead and fill up the time with
Tell them
introducing...
to go watch the old VODs.
We're
They have
29...
29 They have 29 videos of us introducing ourselves.
28.
Go fuck
This is
watch.
29.
Whatever. They have 28.
Why?
They have
They can
32 videos.
figure it out. Our names are on the bottom.
Yeah. They highlight when they speak.
Yeah.
You're big kids. I believe in you.
Hey.
I got the wrong fidgets on my fingertips right now, and I got a knot. Cause I got a little. It's not a clock, but it's like a dice tray holder, but it's a 5-headed Tiamat dragon. It opens up like a clock, and then you can close it, and that's like a fidget I have, but it clicks a little loud. And then I have my lighter fidget. It's not a good fidget, but I like.
That kept distracting me all of last episode.
Yeah, let's not mess with that one.
Every time I heard it, I was like, "Who's playing with the lighter?"
Not me. I quit.
My bad. So hopefully I
It's still better
can.
than my knife.
I might have to squeeze onto the little. I still have little Vax. I might have to squeeze onto him for a little bit. I won't break his hat or anything. I gotta fidget
Little
with something.
Vax.
Yeah, I got little Vax. He's still here.
Yay.
If you ever want him back, you can have him back. But
You can have them.
Okay, just triple checking, because I did take him home without realizing that, oh, this doesn't belong to me.
I
Oh,
did
thief.
forget that
mine.
he existed.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Josh is a thief.
I try not to be. It's like the unintentional
I'm hiding
klepto.
all my frogs.
I will accidentally take something, not realizing that I took it, and then I'll look back on it, and once I get permission, I keep.
I have
Didn't we
exactly
use them?
37 frogs in my house, and I know all of their names.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Didn't we use Little Vax for a map at some point?
We did.
Or like on a map?
Yeah, we used him for our Britannia campaign. He was actual Vaxeldan.
Oh yeah.
He's dead now.
That sounds like
Oh.
before my time.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Weren't
you were there.
when I played Eulogy?
Yep. It was during the Eulogy and Britannia
I-
campaign.
Was it really? I thought it was
Yeah.
before that.
No, because he was the Raven Queen's champion. So I was like, sick, I
Oh,
could have built
that's
in
right.
friend. And Josh was like, psych, he's gone.
Yeah,
That's right. Oh.
it's the correct term you used. He was the champion.
Oh, Josh.
I'm sorry. War is deadly and destructive, and this is what we're trying to avoid here at Platinum Star City. So, without further ado, let's go
back
ahead
and watch the other VODs to know who we are.
do that. It also helps out in understanding the story thus far, because introducing the characters are not going to really do much when you see how they play. As Delphi gets their inspiration, thanks to the patron Nate.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
It means you guys have changed drastically since we first started in a great, amazing way.
We are a lot chattier.
And I love it. It's more engaging and more of everyone being able to speak with pure confidence. Which could either lead to having a foot shoved in your mouth, or, you know, learning things. Like that the ancient dragon is a gold mountain with soul in it. So, you know, you win some, you learn some. But in the meantime, let's
Speaking
go
of
ahead.
learning something, can I add in one more thing before you may have to not add in? Just something that I feel like I need to share. Speaking of fidgets, I have mine. And I just recently discovered that my frog butt smells like cherry.
Oh God.
It could smell like different things, so that's not the worst. But
I
without,
felt like I had to share.
hey, it works.
God.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's episode of Platinum Star City. And welcome back.
No lurking, Nate. Bad.
To be fair, he is playing an alternate universe of this campaign.
I know.
But they've gone completely off the rails on their campaign, I'm not gonna lie. Last we left off, Platinum Star City, as our players returned from the Feywild, spent the day recollecting themselves and gathering information on this upcoming battle from the eastern shores. Sea creatures randomly attacking and destroying, gaining some ground on the Platinum Star City docks. Civilians and citizens migrating and taking refuge to the western walls. A group of Fey individuals using the woods as a place to call a temporary shelter. Our heroes gathered information where they could, and after a small arguments that led to high tensions while trying to gather evidence from the Empress, apologies were given, a test bestowed, and as our adventurers passed the test, trust was back on even ground, as the Empress had decided to give them the evidence. A kink, one who has lost their own voice due to the Fey natural curse of its lineage, but has an interesting ability to copy the voices of others. This stalker of the darkness, who holds on to the voices that were thought lost, those even after death, and live on through the voice of an enjoyer of snacks and beverages. The group decided to take him in and inform the old king, Draco, of the evidence they were able to collect, as he returned information to them. A massive creature under the surface water is heading towards the city, less than a day's journey out. As our heroes took this and went to their individual houses, there was a moment of peace, as Valindra gathered the courage to ask a longtime friend for a night out. A lovely dinner, followed by a confession, reciprocated with true emotions, beautiful and heartfelt, as everyone spent their nights in different locations. In the morning, one voice could be heard reaching everyone, everywhere, as the siren's call is announced to the entire city. Everyone hears as it comes from the darkness. Dear city, and all those who reside, you who choose to use the fog to run and hide, I am here for your declaration of war. Snapping awake each of our individual heroes, the voice is heard, clear. Starting from those that are furthest in the western walls, Durant, Delphi, Leah, and even the Kinku arise from their rooms, gathering their supplies, adorning their weapons. You guys meet in the middle of this casino as you see other individuals, soldiers, guards, and people who all are looking confused around, weapons drawn if they can, searching the air for an enemy that is not in this location. As the Empress comes forth, everyone, keep your cool. I believe this is what they call a siren's call. She looks over to the group of you. I believe our guests have arrived. Are you and your party ready? She looks to Delphi, Leah, and Durant.
I guess we don't have a choice if we're not.
Let's just hope it isn't too late.
Indeed. I might not interfere, but in case things go south, I will have people watching from the shadows in case I need to extract important key figures. As she looks over to you, Delphi. Can't have the enemy getting their hands on royal advancements.
whatever happens, if things go bad, people should try to get to the Oleander Kingdom. It'll be a refuge.
Well, I appreciate that, dear. But hopefully, the siren is as understandable as her voice is heard. Play along with her games, and if you need to stall, do so. I'll have my fun little friend here give me information as needed.
Okay.
As your group gathers to the front, Durant's steed standing already ready. Does anyone have any last minute questions for the Empress before you move on? Silence as a no. Well then.
I have a question in general.
Yes.
How did we know that the giant shape was a day away? Did the dragons?
The
can
dragons
see
flew
so far?
overhead. Yeah, the King Draco mentioned how as he scouted the waters, he saw the shadowed figure underwater, not able to see what it is, but know that it is massive and about a day's journey from the shoreline.
Okay.
That was during the last battle meeting that you guys were able to have together.
Okay, thank you.
I have one above table question.
Yes,
Considering that I'm suffering some mild amnesia from last week.
that's fair. Just 2 weeks ago.
What is the Kinku's name?
Kinku's name is Ulysses.
Thank you. Sorry.
We're good.
Yeah, I made a joke about Josh slipping in epic even accidentally.
He extremely accidentally.
I also slipped in that it was my sister's new boyfriend's name.
Yeah, see,
Forgot
now
about
that
that.
you say that,
Hopefully
I remember,
fun.
I was semi-conscious last week.
That's understandable. You were dealing with a face sickness.
I blame Una for giving it back.
That's what you get for giving me the flu.
Does that mean sharing?
Above
is
table,
always
are you
caring?
sick
Never
now,
been
Luna?
sick. Huh?
Are you sick now?
Sharing is-
I'm not.
No,
I don't
we're
have
all
cold.
better.
All right.
Let's keep it
I
this
don't
way.
have a cold.
Okay. No one has a cold.
Keep it this way.
As
But
Keep it
I'm
this
chronically
way.
sick, if that's
That's not what I
Oh my
meant.
God.
I think
That's
we
not
all
outrageous
are.
fault, though.
that one's not Rick's fault. That one is not. That was my heart deciding not to form all the way. You
How
only
dare
need
it.
3/4. It's fine.
Ugh.
Hey, birds only have 3. They'll be fine, right?
Yeah,
Huh.
totally.
As the
Feeling
three of
fine,
you,
I'm feeling brain. It's fine.
as the three of you gather up front with the Kinku behind you, the steed of Durant's at the ready. Delphi riding the shoulders of Durant's. If Leah and Durant ride I keep wanting to call it a dinosaur, but it's a steed technically.
It is a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur
It's
with
shaped
steed
like a
stats.
dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur. Okay.
It's shaped like a dinosaur. It's just
Dinosaur.
statted as a
Al-
warhorse.
Aladar? Did you name him?
Yeah, Aladar.
Aladar, got
Aladar
it,
the
all right.
Iguanodon.
Yep.
No relation.
The Kinku will have a hard time hopping on if the two of you hop on as well. Or are you guys moving at walking speed?
Okay,
Dino
but
Steed is good
we
name.
can all fit on the whatever to get there as fast as possible, right?
Two of you. It's technically under the. I put
It's
it under
only
the
two.
warhorse. How tall are you, Leah?
Me?
Yes.
5'3".
If y'all get really close together, I'll allow, because Delphi is on your shoulders, not even on the horse. I will allow all three of you as long as you get comfortable together.
Delphi can flap her wings a little bit, lift up her weight.
What are you calling her, fat?
Wow.
No,
Not-
You
she's
know
the
that's
only one
not
who
what
do
I
anything
meant.
about it. Better weight, really, on poor Aladar. Well, time is of the essence. So yeah, we're gonna get on Aladar.
All right. As the group of you gather together, are you guys heading straight for the Eastern Shores, or are you gonna go see if you can pick up your other friends?
I was planning on just going straight to the Eastern Shore. What are the opinions of my compatriots?
We're not there, so you can't ask us.
No, he's asking
I'm asking
the ones
the people
that
that
are
are
right
there.
Duffy and Leah.
I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
Wait, what were you saying you want to do? Just go there?
Yeah, just go there.
Yeah, I see we just go there. I feel like they have smarts to go there.
I feel like this is an emergency, and we can't waste time going and finding all of our friends.
No, because the city takes us hours to traverse. Not
Yeah, so we're gonna go zoom to the
Eastern
Eastern Shore.
Shores. All right. As y'all hop on Aladar, making a long, heavy steed run. During the time, furthest away from those two, only slightly, but only, well, you can fly. Timothy, as you awaken in the arms of your dragonborn king, as, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm in it. Theo.
Come on, Josh. You named him.
I did, and it's usually, I'm usually good with getting the names down in game, but my brain's already pre-planned on how this event's gonna go, so it's like, what about all the past stuff? I'm like, oh, that's right. What was his name? It's Theo. I got it now.
Come on.
As Theo awakens, you see as the guards and everyone who are still on standby, a change of shift for the day about to happen. They all look towards the king as they are hearing the same voice simultaneously.
I look up. I think she's here.
That does definitely sound like the case.
Alright.
I gotta keep strengthening the barrier. Most likely your friends are gonna be meeting you at the Eastern Shore.
Yes.
But don't be rash. We don't know what she's like.
If anything, I'm anything but rash. Thank you.
You see an eyebrows raised from Theo as he looks at you sternly.
Timothy laughs.
Don't be rash, please.
I won't. I swear.
He gives you a quick kiss and a hug, and you hear the siren's call ring out. It's just vocals, no lyrics.
Be safe.
You two?
As you fly through the corridors, you see the guards already getting ready to shift changes, swing the doors as quick as they can open.
Thank you! And then I'm out.
As you head out, you see as replacements are there. Other guards on standbys are moving around, and at the... Are you heading out the front door or a side window?
I guess we'll do front door.
As you
Not
head...
a window.
As you head towards the front gate door of the castle, you see at the front as Gazara is pointing people and soldiers in directions, keeping them on high alert to maintain the perimeter of this area and to prepare to send reinforcements to the eastern front lines if needed. She sees as you begin to fly, as she, without saying words, with a look of understanding, gives you a quick salute, almost as her way of saying good luck.
While flying, I'll send her one back.
After giving it off, you see as other soldiers, giving a quick glance to you, make a perception check as you fly past them.
15 plus 2.
17.
17.
You see, with a 17, some soldiers who are ready for conflicts, but holding stern. Others who are scared and look to you with that same hopeful gaze. as you then begin to fly past the doors and head to the eastern docks. Next furthest away for sure, Una. As you and Alien are risen by this voice, there is a small thud a few doors down.
Narca.
I'm fine. I just fell out of bed. I'm fine.
Maybe
Well, that's the start to the day.
don't leave the house today. Maybe stay in today.
I will be making the potions.
That sounds like a great plan.
Alien turns to you. I guess it's time.
Yep, I'm gonna gather all of the potions, not
see-
poisons, potions that I made. So
You
that
can
I
gather
can bring
poisons
them
too
with
if you
me.
need.
Do I have some made? Do I?
You do have some poisons made.
How many?
How much do you want? To complete one of your poisons, it's almost the same amount as your health potions. Go ahead and...
I know I have at least... Oh, I have 4, apparently, of the warfarin antidotes. Or, sorry, the poison that... Not warfarin, the poison that Wolf Boy made. I have 4 antidotes of that.
For one of your more common poisons that just simply does is, in game terminology, an extra D8 to whatever you apply it to, poison damage, you can create one of those poisons for about 2 gold a bottle. But if you want to get one of your arcane enchanted ones, where it gives a little oomph to the kick, the ones that you've been giving to Xanagar, that'll be 5 gold. Or sorry, potion. Those are uncommon. 7 gold a pop.
I'll make 2 of my fancy ones. And how much was it for the just regular ones?
1 gold.
I'll make... How many of us... So it's Durant and Valindra have like a sword or hammer or something.
Or arrows. Leah uses
or
daggers,
arrows.
but her daggers are already upgraded. And
Yeah.
you
I
notice
had a crossbow.
she does. Yeah, Timothy does have a crossbow he's used once in a while. And you've noticed that your new friend Sanjiro does use a blade. He has that on his side at all times.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna make 3 of my fancy ones.
Got it.
And I'll make 6 of my regular ones.
Alright.
And that's 3, right? Durant, Sandro, Valindra. Sorry, 8 regular ones. Because Timothy has a crossbow. Okay,
8 fancy, 8 regular.
so let me write down that. And I'm assuming these are the paralytic ones that I give to Xanagar?
Are.
Okay.
And once applied to a weapon, I will give you guys the information of what they do upon a hit.
Okay.
Or depending on how you apply it, because right now it's in potion form, so you can apply it to a weapon, or you can use it to pour in someone's drink. If we get to diplomatic reasons, who knows? You don't know how it's going to happen. You just know that something's about to happen. As you see, Elian equipped her rapier, adding daggers to the inside of her cloaks hidden.
Hold on. I forgot about Elian. I want to do another.
If you have the gold.
I have so much gold.
Just...
I made damn sure I had so much gold this time because I'm always poor in all of my other ones.
Right.
And I'm just going to give the poisons to her. She gets 1 fancy poison. And she'll get 2 regular poisons. I'm not going to put that in my inventory because it's in hers now.
Got it. So you make a total of 4 fancies, 10 regular poisons you gathered.
Yeah.
All right. As the prep work is complete, she takes the potions and poisons, puts it in her bag, looks to you with eyes of readiness, the adventurer in her, the inspiration that brought you two together. As you both begin to leave the house, you see as Narka pokes his head from his room. He's not dressed for battle, but you can see he's in the same uniform when you guys first met him from the Fae. That's doctor's attire, where his medical instruments can be barely seen on the inside of his coat. As he gives you a nod of good luck as you guys head out the front door.
Stay safe.
And with you. As you and Elian make your way towards the eastern docks. Valindra, as this voice awakes both you and a lovely sight, if it wasn't so urgent, next to you. You see as Gemma is already shooting out of bed, adorning some of her armor and cloth back on, looks over to you. What is your plan?
I would assume my friends are all going to the Eastern Front.
I will take you there, and I must meet up with my father at the Adventurers Guild. Figure out what's gonna happen, who's gonna introduce themselves to this Riptide. As you gather your supplies, getting your bows and crossbows together, you see as she takes out a parchment paper, writes something in Draconic, wraps it up, and holds it out to you.
Above table, do I get to summon?
Make
I
an
grab it.
Arcana check. You're able to sense the small draconic magic barely glistening off this. And this parchment is similar to the ones you saw as Timothy used back in the caves. He brought Theo. You're able to deduce that this might be a summons as well. As she looks to you. If you or anyone is about to die, use this. I can try and get you guys out.
Belinda will gently take it and, I was gonna say lean up, but we're about the same height.
Yeah.
Or we are the same height.
She is 6'6" in her humanish form, humanoid.
Okay, never mind. I have to lean up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm only 6'1",
As you lean up,
and I give her a kiss. Thank you.
gives you a kiss back, and then she hesitates. That hesitation of not wanting to let someone go, knowing that they are running towards a battlefield. But as her own royal mentality takes over, you see as she quickly straightens up, heads to the front door with you, and as you get past the doors, her magic takes hold as she then changes her form, turning into a young dragon. You can't help but realize that their form is getting bigger, almost as if she's getting ready to age into that of an adult. You climb aboard as she sends you both to the eastern docks. From time of speed of arrival, the first to arrive because of the winged nature will be Valindra. Close behind on the ground, riding Aladar, will be our 4 individuals, along with Timothy not far behind. As the dragon form of Gemma lands, as Aladar pulls up, you guys see as Valindra hops off of her back, as she looks to you all in this draconic-like form. The feminine nature kind of being offset by the heavy voice of the dragon.
Be safe out there. All of you.
Timothy will say back, "You too."
She then takes flight once again, heading to the Adventurers Guild. As you see as she heads over, moving in from the distance, you see as just before they arrive with you all, as Una and Elian get to the Adventurers Guild, Elian looks to you, Una. I'm gonna go join the rest of the group. You be safe.
You too.
As you see Sanjiro exits from the Adventurers Guild as well, sword ready, adorned in his clothes needed for battle. Elian looks to you, Sanjiro. Are you joining the rest of them toward the east?
East? I
The
don't see
docks.
why I wouldn't go. I wasn't quite sure where it would be, but yeah.
Follow Una. She'll be able to lead you there. If you have any information on
Right.
this threats or any help you can give, that'd be appreciated to keep everyone, as much people as we can, alive.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep that in mind.
She walks past you, Sanjiro. Heading inside, you guys, or Una, with your passive perception, you look inside as the doors are open, as adventurers and soldiers alike are waking up, adorning weapons, armors, getting ready. You see Dagonin and... not Gunther. Flippin'... looking for the fox, his name?
I forgot it too.
Hogar.
Hogar.
As they are also getting their weapons in battlement ready, you kiss your wife goodbye as she goes inside. As you and Sanjiro begin to head to join the others at the eastern docks.
As we walk,
Oh,
I'll say, Sandro, you're a hand-to-hand, like melee kind of fighter, right?
Well,
You get up
for the
close.
most part, I know how to use a bow. It's either or, but yes, typically the sword.
Okay. Here is... Give me 1 second. Here is a potion. 1 regular healing potion. Or actually, hold on. I'll give him 1 greater healing potion, 1 fancy poison, and 2 regular poisons.
as she passes these bottles to you, Sanjiro, the different types of arcane liquid mixed in with the other... What color would you choose to make your poisons, if you could choose?
Purple.
A purple
Dark,
is
dark. No. A light, like lavenderish for the fancy poison.
Yep.
And a dark purple for the regular poison.
Got it. As she hands these purple-colored bottles to you, and then a red healing potion to go along with. You add them to your supplies, keeping them safe and tucked.
She's gonna point at the fancy poison and say, "Do not let this one touch you. Don't ingest it. Don't get it in any wound of yours."
I look to the potion in my hand. I look back. Okay.
If you use it, make sure you want the person dead.
That is how poisons usually work, but for the advice.
Mm-hmm.
And of tip.
Continue
What
on.
what was I given again?
1 fancy poison, 2 regular poisons, and 1 greater healing potion.
As the group of you reconnects with the others that are now gathered around, the song of just humming and harmonization coming from the eastern docks. You guys gather near the front lines as the barricades are separating the inner city from the docks. And yet you are still able to see a massive shaded creature past the silhouettes of buildings. Long. A heavy bluish purple scale-like serpents moving around the waters. And one massive, almost head-looking, standing about 40 feet from the loading docks where the boats and ships are at. And yet you hear the voice so calm and crisp as if she is singing not 10 feet from you. As this humming simply drifts throughout the air. It is almost interrupted with this massive roar of a monster from a distance. You watch as the soldiers grip in their bows and weapons and shields. Before the voice comes out once more. Come forth who wish to speak, those who wish to declare why this crime was given. Do not feel such despair. I am here to negotiate the terms of your surrender. That, or if you can bring forth those who have sent my sister under. You almost hear a sinister, weird call of an amphibian-like vocals vibrate behind a sense of anger or displeasantries.
It's a frog.
God, please let it be. Please let it be.
But if we need to kill it, then that's an issue for you.
No, I will tame it.
You're gonna tame the siren, bitch?
Why?
Yes!
Why is this campaign I can fix her?
The siren will be Leah's new wife.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I can fix her. She
Josh?
can fix me. It's a love
Josh?
story in the making.
Josh,
Oh my
lesbians
God.
can do it, okay?
Heck, we'll see how the dice rolls go. I don't control this game.
I would give it to them.
I don't
Yeah.
control this game.
I'll give it to them too.
As you all are here gathered toward the front, Are you still riding on Aladar to bring him toward the shorelines, or are you gonna leave him at this defensive line here?
I'm gonna leave him at the defensive line.
All right. I am gonna have everyone just simply line up so I can copy your characters if I haven't already done this, but I'm gonna do this anyway. Up. All right, and you guys can go next. Go. Cool. As you are all here, you see the quick approaching Prince Draco as he arrives to you all.
You able to gather the evidence needed besides Ulysses here? Has your father come through?
As he looks to you, Timothy.
I never got word back if we got a hold of him.
If what you said is true from prior, then I can't doubt it's only been less than an hour in their world.
Yeah.
Would you like me to start negotiations, or do you guys feel comfortable taking the lead?
Timothy will look around at the others. What do you guys think?
I think the current king should start negotiation, I think.
Before we do any of that, I have gifts for you all, and I pass out my poisons and potions.
Oh, thank you. Timothy will put his into his bags.
Does Una explain what these are before we do something
Yes.
stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
Sandro got his. Leah, you get 1 fancy poison.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh wait, no, you don't. I'm sorry, you have poison.
Oh.
No, you do.
Grabs,
You do.
Then she gets taken away from her.
For what?
You do. Sorry, I have so many things to give to everyone. You get a fancy poison. You don't get any regular poisons, and you get 1 greater healing potion. Okay. Timothy, you get 2 regular healing potions.
Ooh.
And 1 regular poison.
Ooh.
Durant, you get a fancy poison.
Hooray.
And 1 greater healing potion. Valindra. I ran out
Wait,
of
I'm sorry.
gifts.
Can you? I'm sorry. I get a fancy poison and a greater healing.
Yes.
Okay. I have 2 now.
Valindra
Hooray.
gets a regular poison and 2 healing potions. Delphi, you get 2 regular potions. And you get 3 regular. No, you get 2 regular potions. I have more if you guys need replacements. I don't have a lot, and I'm actually gonna give Valindra, you get 1 more regular poison, so you should have 3. I think everyone should have at least 1 type of potion and 1 type of poison.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
I got a poison? I thought I only got 2 healing potions.
Oh, you got healing potions because I don't think you have any blades
No,
or arrows.
I just have
Yeah.
my staff. Actually, I do have a dagger.
And you said just regular potions of healing?
But
Yes, because I'm expecting you guys to not be in the front lines.
Yeah, it's my job.
Okay.
I am
And you
on your
said
shoulder.
I only get 1.
That is true, but in you should not be getting hit.
I do have a dagger, but I don't typically use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep 3 regular poisons, 4 healing potions, 1 greater healing, and 1 superior healing on me. and then if people run out of things, I can replace as needed.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm gonna attack someone close range, I have my staff, and then I also have
Is this a
Firebolt.
potion of poison?
The regular poisons are potions of poison.
Okay.
What is
Fancy poisons have a little.
one?
If you ever apply it, I will let you know what you're doing.
Okay, so potion of poisons, there's no like greater potion of poison, so
No.
Rachel just put a regular potion of poison into her thing.
If that's the regular, then go for it. If it's a fancy one, if you, I believe, right-click on it, you should be able to change. There's a small pencil. You can edit it to type in fancy poison if you need to keep track. However,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, make sure you separate fancy
I believe you
poisons
can
from
also
regular
add
potions.
custom items.
I have
Yeah, that's
six
what I did. I just
potions
went
of
and added
healing.
custom item.
You can do that as well.
I have 6 potions of healing because I've not used any of the ones that Una's given me.
Well, because
Yes,
you haven't been
because
hit.
I'm the one getting hit because that's what I'm supposed to do.
That's the thing too. As I should let you guys remind you because it's been a while since you needed to. For healing actions for players, you can use a bonus action to heal others if you need.
So I can heal him if
I kind of
From my
figured
healing
since you're mounting him and he's taking most of the hits, if you have a free bonus action you're not doing anything
can
with, just take that
just pour a
potion
potion in
and
my
pop
mouth.
it in his mouth. You're already
Right
at
all
shoulder
over
height.
his hair, all over his hair,
Pocket
Just
All
healer.
over his hair.
and then a little mohawk, just like
Oh my god, you are a pocket healer!
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's playing Mercy.
an a pauldron healer,
Una,
not a
how many
pocket healer.
potions of poison did he give me?
I believe I gave you 3.
3. Okay.
I need to mute my phone.
It's time to wake up.
My alarm is for 3. It's more of like people are texting now.
Time to wake up, Josh.
Oh.
Those that don't pay attention to know that every Saturday I'm doing something, either streaming here or streaming for 66 channel. They're like, hey, you want to hop on and play games? No, I'm busy.
Good.
Can you not move on with the story for like 30 seconds? I realize as it's gotten darker, I have so many lights on and I need to turn them off.
Feel free to go for it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
We will not progress in the story. However, let's see here. As you all are handing out the potions to each other and everything, as you see Luis is right next to you. Can we go now? Do you want me to stay?
Are we ready?
Do you have places to be, bird? What's the rush?
You see as like the bird's eyes like not really roll in sarcasm, but like more of like trying to search for something before it looks to you. I'm limited to things I can say can be difficult to understand.
Excuse you, you never say his voice ever again.
He looks to you like head tilted, like I don't have.
He doesn't know.
He only has so many words.
Alright, well, you're
I'm
fine
not
for
doing
now,
this to be
but...
mean.
Buddy, you need somebody to just read you the dictionary. Just all of the dictionary.
I was just thinking that.
If...
Hey, what's his name? Ulysses? Is that how it's pronounced?
Ulysses, yeah.
Ulysses. If 2 people were to read you the dictionary, one starting at A and one starting at Z and going backwards, could you listen to them both at the same time and get those words at the same time, or does it have to be one at a time?
You hear as he repeats the exact thing you say, and your voice almost word for word, not
Ew.
changing or rearranging a single one. It's like how you're mimicking me.
I don't think it works that way.
Well,
What did he say?
DM rules.
You heard the sound of almost a female child as it said, sounds like you're mimicking me.
I'm not trying to mimic you or mock you. This is a genuine question.
I'm not
Listen.
talking about you.
Oh,
It's almost like it's mimicking me.
Wait, the siren?
No, I think
Above
it was-
I
table.
think we're all
This
getting
is
confused.
yes, above table. He is letting you know his ability is mimic, not take words. You were to read him the entire dictionary, he can only say the entire dictionary. He can't pick and choose words. He has to use phrases or sentences.
Oh.
It's a mimic ability, not a
Okay.
vocal of just apple, orange. No, it has to be a phrase or something spoken.
Also, this is not what we should be talking about right now.
Well,
Has it been 30
for
seconds?
reasons that us characters don't know, we need to stall for a little bit.
What are we stalling for?
Zach!
I'm back.
Oh,
Oh.
I also
That's
completely
right.
forgot about that.
Oh,
I was a bit bummed. I asked you guys to hold on. I came back and there was people story talking, so I didn't want to
it
interrupt.
wasn't story talking. We were killing time by letting everyone know how apparently the Kinku's voices work.
Well,
Reading the
look at this
dictionary
way.
to
We
him won't
asked
work.
Ulysses what if he was going to hang back or if he was going to go with us.
He was basically
has to go
saying,
with us.
he's going with you. He was saying, are we going or are we letting him go, essentially, in the best way he can? As Prince Draco looks to you all, once again, with the last statement being, does he start the negotiations, or do you guys feel confident starting it yourselves?
Why don't we all go together?
I feel like a representative of the city should, represent the city.
Yeah, like I just own a shop. Like I'm not even really. I just own a shop, dude.
I came here because I wanted to run away from something, but that something is already fixed and over with.
You see as he looks more towards Delphi and Prince Timothy.
Diplomacy can be used in many forms. I can go with you. I just didn't know who was taking control of the conversation.
I would
think you.
appreciate you to come with.
Very well.
You essentially are the voice of the city. It's the people here need you to help protect them, and while we can help, and we certainly it can deduct that she's not happy about the hag we killed. It would be good for us to be there, considering might
We
be
did
our
it.
fault. So
What do you mean might?
We did do that.
We did do
Well,
that. There was
listen,
it was self-defense.
And that's what we need to portray to her when we can. You guys simply defended yourselves. If it is true what they said, and this can be the avoidance of war, we need to emphasize on that.
And that's
Yes.
why we have our Kinku friend.
Yeah. I was thinking, and before I forget, because we're gonna be out and about, after this is all over, if the city is not destroyed, Duffy looks at the Kinku. We might go to the library and maybe find some phrases that would be helpful in your day-to-day life. So you're not mimicking creepily some children.
Make a persuasion check.
She's near Polish. She gets a bonus.
No,
That's only to
it's
save
only
throws.
for saving throws.
Son of a bitch.
It's good, but it's not that good. It's level 6.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Perception, performance, persuasion. Okay. I get a
Learn the
+2.
alphabet today.
I get a +2 as soon as I can find my d20. None of those are in. Let's look. Here's a d20. Come on, little purple dice. Don't fail me now. 16 + 2, 18.
Nice.
You see a moment where he looks past his hood. Let me give a better look. I believe it's, his yellow eyes beating through. And you see a hint of curiosity. Tinge of excitement, but also it's that demeanor of someone who is simply following orders. You can't truly tell what he's thinking. You simply see him slowly begin to nod his beak up and down.
Awesome.
As you all hear, as Prince Draco looks to you.
Are we ready?
I believe so.
You see as he turns towards the barricades.
Open them up. We're going to negotiate.
As the soldiers move the barricades aside. He does not have fingers, or actually no, this one does. Yes, he has fingers and gloves. He has a humanoid-like body, no wings on the back like other Aarakocra, like the ones Raftalia from the woods. She has wings for hands. This individual has actual fingers and hands. Long bird-like legs. It's a mixture of animal and human that is mismatching. To answer your question. But
Okay.
as you all head toward the shoreline, go ahead here. Bop, and bop, and gotta find out of my 10,000 plus tokens. Nope, that's Fennec. Further down. Oh, that's Fennec. Why do I have 2 Fennecs? I gotta get rid of one of them. Alright,
Fennec?
one of the other, children of Draco family.
Mm.
Penguin! Hydrate? Sure.
Penguin.
Delish. As you all approach, King Draco taking the lead, heavily armored, has a mace in hand. You all follow behind. Go ahead and rearrange yourselves in any order. I kind of figured I just put you guys here in the left-hand corner, but I do believe Durant might be taking center stage of all of you.
Well, I can walk on water, so you know, I can make a little bit of a power play.
Well,
I'm perfectly fine where I'm standing.
next to Leah, okay.
Where the fuck is? There it is.
Bottom left of the map.
No, I have too many tabs open.
Close your tabs.
I'm downloading books. It requires me to open a ton of tabs.
Oh my goodness.
Timothy, will you switch with me so I can be in front of Ulysses, please?
I'll just fly up. So I'm still there.
That's okay.
You'll be right above her, but so everyone can see token-wise.
I cannot.
Everyone else okay where they're at, or you want to rearrange?
The Delphi needs to be moved.
The Delphi.
The Delphi.
I
There we
will
go.
remind you, position is everything, Paladin.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm committed, so.
All right.
I'm on his
Okay.
shoulder. I'm on
Okay,
his
so
shoulder.
how far did you say the circle was?
I have a question.
Yes.
Looking at my character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
my armor consists of light armor, medium armor, and shields. When you have shields, because I did not create Leah, I just took Leah over into my own wing.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking shield like one that I carry?
Yes.
Like it's on her back?
Yes.
Thank fucking God. Thank God.
Wait,
I was hoping
wait.
that's what you were going to say.
The
Wait,
thing
so
is,
like
are
over on
you-
the left where it says armor,
Yes.
those are your proficiencies, not the armor you actually have.
So, Leah before never actually carried a shield. She was relying on her speed and slashing. If you wish to get a shield, we can say that's something you're able to grab from the Adventurers Guild.
God damn it. So I don't actually have one?
You can,
I can retcon
grab
it
one.
so you can grab one before you came to the battlefield if you wish.
Please.
However, by carrying a shield, you won't be able to do your two-hand attacks. But you'll get that AC bonus.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, so you can.
I would
Like, what,
having
plus
the
2
poison
AC, I think?
fangs. I wouldn't be wanting to use both of them at the same time anyway.
Okay.
Sanjiro, real quick, do you want to be in front of me because you're melee or behind me?
I can do either.
Let's go with you in front.
All right. So yeah, Leah, go ahead and add a shield to your inventory and then equip it. It'll give you a +2 to your AC. And if this is the order we're going in,
Wait,
yes.
can we swap Ulysses' place with Timothy?
I'm flying.
So yeah, so that part can change around.
Yeah.
Timothy, like much like Delphi, how she's like hovering herself, hover just over. I assume Timothy's character is able to do the same, but over Leah, essentially.
Yeah, basically, if I really wanted to, I could just step on Leah's head. Is how I'm flying.
Yeah, I'm just counting, like, when we do, like, initiation. When we do
One way of looking
initiate
at
order.
it.
We do it. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know what you
and
mean,
then
yeah.
from the boxes with like the things. I'm just gonna. Well, one, if I leave Durant's shoulder, I'll use his like that box, and like if I do like radius stuff, it's from that box that Durant's on. And I assume that that's what Timothy's gonna do for Leah too. Like
We shall see.
that share box.
If there's no
wait,
more further prepping.
Wait, 1 second. I keep meaning to look at something and I keep forgetting. I wanted to look at. Okay, no, never mind. I'm good.
All right. As Prince Draco leads you all further in, you see the once beautiful docks decimated. Some buildings smoking and cindering from old fires. Others have new fires catching to them. And as you guys approach, you meet for the first time the first merfolk creature. For some of you, 2 of you were able to see as they attacked before. You see this green, slippery, slimed-like creature with dorsal fins that go on the side of its face and spined spikes that go down its back, wielding a moss-covered, almost harpoon-like spike, webbed like hands and feet, legs bent in a more animalistic-like nature. As it looks as the king approaches. Before you hear Prince Draco speak.
We're here to negotiate with Riptide.
See, as the soldier doesn't lower the harpoon, but simply you hear that echoed out, multiple of these creatures crying out one by one. Before you feel and see the shifts of the tide.
Was that a language or just noises?
That was a language. Does anyone here speak, I believe? Let me look at the languages real quick. Aquin.
No.
Nope.
No one speaks it. It is just a
Who?
cry.
Who speaks Sylvan?
Me and
No.
Thad.
What creatures?
Oh.
Those of Fey nature or who have studied of Fey.
Okay.
These are water-based creatures, though.
Oh, we lost a round.
There he is.
And he's back. As the sounds of the crashing waves go over the broken boats, docks, and forms, you see as another roar goes out. As you see all the other amphibian creatures, like, change in demeanor. As the first one moves to the side, giving you passage to walk through. And you following Prince Draco as he walks with confidence forward. As all the other soldiers are moving, giving a birthwide passage for you all to take. In the meantime, who would like to control the Kinku?
I'll take control of the Kinku.
Alright. As he begins to... Alright, I'll move Durant while his PC's having a stroke. As Durant stays
Thank you.
close behind, no problem. The prince. As he moves forward cautiously, weapon in hand, but still holding firm.
We have some people not moving.
We look out to the open waters, the seas, and the massive ships that were sent out. That would you fishing for the city. You now look and see that they are either destroyed, taken over, and then left in a more ruined-like state. As Prince Draco takes an edge towards the end here, rearranging everyone back to their normal positions. Kinko was in the middle here, Timothy on the shoulders, Una behind. I believe that was the order.
Looks right.
Okay. As these soldiers give a wide enough space, staying almost 10 feet away from your group, you guys get to this edge before most of you see a massive, shadowed, serpent-like silhouette approach from under the water, coming towards the shoreline of this docks. And you notice as its spiked fin pierces the water first, still getting closer. It isn't until it reaches the shoreline docks that you see a creature of almost terrifying heights. Serpent-like body piercing, breaching from the waters below. Blue-scaled in nature, with purple fins and almost a hue of arcane that comes from its jagged teeth. You see an electrical like static that has its jaws split open extend from its body. As a massive leviathan-like creature pierces its head out from the waters, giving a massive cry. This serpent-like creature wrapping its tail around one of the other burnt ships, as you see the other soldiers that are on it have to quickly dive into the water as the ship begins to get crushed by its tail. Looking down, snarling, you feel your hairs go on end as its static breath seems to be discharging arcane energy. And at the very top, holding the tridents, you see an individual, crown of green, almost seaweed-like gems protruding up in a horn-like station. Merfolk-like armor, green mossy hues that attach down to not legs, but a long tail, jaded like scales, smooth water fins that go into a long twist wrapping around one of the horns on the top of this creature.
Excuse me.
As you see humanoid in form riding this. As the voice vocals come through again. I see you've come, and an envoy you have brought. Please tell me, have you come to talk, or is it wrath that shall be wrought? She looks to you all as the heavy clouds overhead begin to roll with the sounds of thunder and lightning that comes through as rain begins to fall. You see as Prince Draco looks up.
I am Prince Draco. Once king of Platinum Star City, now representative. We're here to negotiate.
I would like the group to make an insight check.
Nat 20, bitch.
I also nat 20'd.
2 nat 20s.
So
21.
24.
I also got a
21.
24.
2 24s, 21.
I'm actually using Vulcan dice.
Let's go.
15.
16.
15 and 16. Una?
I got the 21.
Oh, Leah then.
Dirty 20 for me.
Dirty 20, nice. You all... Wait, the 2 nat 20s were Timothy and Durant?
No, Valindra and Durant.
Valindra and Durant. Timothy, what'd you get?
You're muted.
18.
18, perfect. Just triple checking. You all are able to see as Riptide, standing on top of this Leviathan, looks down to the well-adorned Dragonborn figure. And there is a look of disdain. Not pure hatred, as there seems to be some type of royal persona she's putting on. but she is verbally unhappy seeing this dragon. And she looks to you all. And a new look. Which are the two that got nat 20s even though you weren't able to reach it? I will accept the nat 20s in this case. There was a certain threshold you needed to reach for inciting this figure, but the two that got it deserve it.
Durant and Valindra.
Yep.
I'm going to be messaging both of you privately real quick. Unfortunately not. It was for the natural 20s because, if I'm being completely honest, the threshold was 25 to see it. But
I know.
Two nat 20s, I'm going to give it to
I
them.
just like secrets.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed.
Damn it, I want in the club. Always left out.
I would say no girls allowed, but Valindra is female, so.
Wow.
Well, maybe if I buy Valindra a shot later, she'll spill the secret.
No.
Bitch.
I'm not a fast typer.
Well, Josh,
people.
well, Josh types out our secret.
Yep.
I'm going to complain about my goddamn book that I'm trying to download. It's making me download each chapter in like 5-minute chunks. I'm losing my mind.
That doesn't sound right. What kind of book is this, man?
It's an audiobook.
Uh-huh.
But it's they're monsters and have split the actual audio files to be like 5 minutes each.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know. They're fucking monsters.
And copy paste and boop, pop, ding, out.
Okay, back to the
All right.
things.
As you guys stare at this individual, look at Dragonborn.
Reptilian in nature, yet so hard to get rid of. Your brethren have left worlds to waste. And yet we are here, choosing to negotiate. Tell me, Draco. What is it that we negotiate?
The war that you have brought to the city doesn't need to end this way. We believe that you have been misinformed.
Misinformed? You speak to me so. And yet I do not hear you. Your soul speaks so low. Let your soul speak true. If you wish me to believe, and if your soul cannot speak, then believe not to you.
She looks to the back group.
I have a gift, one true and desire. If you speak from your soul, no lies can go higher. Only the truth can be shown through your soul. So speak forth with guidance, and then I shall believe you all. The crimes that you have committed were the death of my sister. Part of the old ones. Death that was withered. We were told by the pixies that you all slayed her so. Tell me, to the Prince and Princess Fairy, are you able to tell me more?
Tiffany will try to look over at Delphi. And I think Delphi's muted.
I don't know what to say. What is it that you wish to know? I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Do you look to Prince Draco for help?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Riptide, I don't understand what you're talking about of letting the soul speak true. But I can guarantee that this hag, as we know her, part of the old ones of your organization, she attacked us first.
Hearing this reptile speak so bold, I did not care the voice of a destructive man told. You cannot speak from your soul, and truth can be misled. Perhaps I shall change tactics up and have you sent to my Leviathan fed.
You see as her green scales begin to glow slightly. She seems to be getting agitated talking to this Dragonborn.
It is true that the hag had taken actions upon the city first, and we were only defending ourselves. To be honest, we were defending children. And to be quite honest, even more so, me.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Where did I put my dice? That's a 10. This is a 20. These dice, please. Ooh, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right, inspiration used.
Come on, dice, don't let me down. It's less.
Can I do something?
Or what would you
Can
like
I
to
give
do?
her the help?
The help action?
Yes.
All right, Delphi, go ahead and roll one more time and take the higher.
Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. 15 plus 2 is 17.
17.
Would you like a +1?
No. I think it's okay.
You see as she stares down to you, Delphi, there is a softer look, one less agitated when looking at you. You see a slight inhale and a sigh.
You know my name is Riptide to be true. Please, young fairy, I would like the name for you.
Name for what?
Me. Delphi kind of like stands up on Durant's shoulder. My name is. Wait, hold on. I want to say it right because I have my whole title. I'm gonna get all fancy on it. Okay, just give me a second to find it and read it. Where did I put it?
Hold
Hold on,
I
got
think
it.
the character thingy.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I am Delphi Oleander, Princessa of Royal Brambles, Briar Advisor to the Bramble Queen.
You hear an audible shift, the tensing of weapons, and the whole water of the ocean shake as this creature Leviathan, almost as if it can understand, draw its head back in dismay, question, as you see the eyes of Riptide widen for less than a second before narrow down to you. Before the other soldiers are whispering and croaking to each other, before you see as the Leviathan begins to slightly growl, as Riptide then raises her staff and collides it against the armored scale of this creature, leaving a almost bell ring in the air, silencing all others.
Apologize.
Young fairy, are you able to speak with your soul? One in a way that will not cause a toll? The words you speak can be truths or lies. The soul will help clear my eyes. Deception is strong in those of man. But tell me, is your soul able to sing? But it can.
Above table, I am not good at just making up rhymes on the spot, so
I'm not either.
can we have a little patience while I think?
Absolutely. It was a fun little puzzle that I put in here for my players to try and get creative.
Okay, so she wants to know. Okay, I'm on mute again while my brain thinks. So everyone just, I don't know, just entertain yourselves. Okay.
I'm gonna BRB.
And the soul chomping is from another campaign, Umbra, that does not count.
Well,
Okay, you're asking about souls again.
I'm gonna deafen so I can think. Okay.
Alright, go ahead and deafen if you need to think. So let me describe how this is working and what the puzzle is if you haven't figured it out. The Siren's song, Riptide's ability, makes it where only truth can be spoken if it is spoken in song. Rhymes are the easiest way for her to describe her voice.
The music.
I feel like that happened a lot sooner than I thought, unless... Huh, alright, it's all good.
So I don't know what happened, but I lost all my spells.
Get them back.
That's what I'm doing.
In our other campaign, a character ate my soul.
It did, but that's because she's a necromancer and she actually enjoys the flavor of souls. Riptide more is... Yeah.
I'm being honest. This
Yeah.
is my first siren encounter ever.
I'll tell you right now, most sirens usually are dangerous monsters. This one holds intelligence and regal, and she uses her ability not to lure people into the water, but to bring truth out. If you are able to either sing or rhyme, singing works too, you don't have to rhyme if you want to do like a little tune of song, but speak truth, the DC to convince her lowers. That is how this puzzle works.
You could chomp right out of me.
You should have let me be a blade user.
This was the hint that a sun god told its paladin.
Yeah, well, our sun god guy did not tell the rest of the group.
Because I was also
True.
because I was also confused by the riddle.
Yeah. Riptide's power can bring out people's true voice if they're able to relay in song.
I'm not good at singing. I don't have an instrument. I can't.
That's fine.
Shit.
Oh,
You don't have to, but the DC will remain stagnant, if so. So it's not impossible, but it's
You
definitely
need to
rough.
go easier on us.
Go easier. You guys are level 6. You just leveled up. Congratulations.
So,
In
this is
quote of the old
most of
Pharaoh
ours
movie, you're
first.
playing with the big boys now.
Yeah, well, the big boys need to
Oh
go
my
back
God.
to bed.
So true.
Wait, what movie? Wait, no, I have to ask. What movie are you referencing?
Prince of Egypt.
Okay, thank you.
You know it, baby.
Surely she understands.
Well, she understands. It's just that the thing is, she guarantees truth by having your soul sing. Otherwise, she just has to take you at word value.
I think I have it.
All right.
Okay.
As she speaks this to you, and you line up, looking past the king up to this Leviathan, what do you say to Riptide?
Okay, above table, just before I say this, because one other thing, we do know that the hag's name was Rhodyssus, right? That was...
Absolutely. Oh, I would love it if you do it.
Okay. If truth is your wish, you shall have it from me. I only want peace for our cities. Rhodyssus was unjust. With her actions, we did what we must to ensure protection.
I would like you to go ahead and roll a persuasion with advantage, should the DC is lowered.
Okay. I got a nat 20.
Oh,
let's go.
You notice, and everyone here looking up to Riptide, notice a tone shift from not only Riptide but the Leviathan. Its jaws closed from its growling state to a more calm-like nature. Riptide looks on to Princess Delphi. A lot less judgmental.
Because Delphi got bars.
good.
I'm quite proud of that one. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm really proud
Mic
of
drop.
that. Literally, mic drop.
What you say holds no lie. It cannot be. Your distance is one of the old ones. This crime I cannot see. Do you have any evidence, proof of this claim? If you bring it forth, I'll pull back my men.
Can I? I'm gonna do something a little crazy. Okay.
If you wish, what do you want to do?
Delphi is going to fly up from Durant's shoulder. Okay. And with permission from you, may I approach?
You see as she is slightly taken aback by this, not a disturbance off-putting, almost stunned. There is a slight, almost tremor in her hands, not of gripping her trident, but more of just holding on to it. She's having difficulty focusing.
You may.
Okay. Delphi's gonna. Oh, my character goes under.
Yeah, pull it back up. Pull it back. No.
Okay.
To the front. Nope. Further to the front. Nope. Okay, maybe I have to put him to the back. There we go.
Okay.
As you
So
fly up, a single tooth the size of your body from this Leviathan, it's no longer growling at you, but it's still massive size, takes you a while to fly up its serpent-like body. It's 20 feet on the map. If we're also adding the height distance, you're looking at a good 45, 50 foot distance, Durant.
Okay, I'm still good then.
Yep. As Delphi, you fly up to this siren-like creature, her green scales elegantly wrapped around one of the horn-like fins of this Leviathan. The wet sea salt nature not messing up her hair or her facial features, almost as if the water adds elegance, adds beauty to this individual.
Okay. I would like to speak to her in rhyme because that seems to be what she resonates with. But in order to do that, I need to think again. So I'm so sorry.
So speaking in rhyme helps lower DCs because it's the speaking. That's where she can guarantee truth.
Right. And I would like her to believe me.
All right. So if you wish to try again, you can try.
Okay. Just give me a moment.
Okay. Ooh,
Sorry.
Okay.
But it's an imperfect rhyme, and you did one earlier with her, so I think it'll be okay.
It's
okay.
It's literally the attempt of the soul crying out. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be attempted, and do the roll and it'll lower the DC.
Okay. So Delphi gets up there, and I just say this to her. I made a deal once with your sister underground. In exchange, the children would be unbound. They were rats no longer, but my life was at risk, and for this I was marked upon my chest. And then I show her the seal that is in her.
Alrighty. Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay, I have a question. Can we hear any of this?
Yeah, because she's still saying it fairly loud, and it's even though the crashing waves and thunders are rolling overhead. Riptide's voice is reaching out, and almost like the acoustics of where she's at, Delphi's voice also is carried by the winds, and you are all able to hear what she says.
Also, we didn't know about this, did we?
The
actual mark, not
the mark. No, she hid that from people. Delphi did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one knew. Well, my mom did, but that's it.
None of the people that are currently here knew about this.
Yeah, I think I told my mom the first time I visited her alone.
Yes, when you went through the book.
Yep.
Yeah. Magic your way over there.
I am going to be giving you a DM inspiration for the attempt.
Oh, it means it doesn't work.
What?
No.
What work?
That's not what that means.
I mean, you did a good job, baby.
Yeah, DM.
It means you did a good job.
You
and
did a great
Josh
job.
is rewarding you for role playing well.
Yes. As
I'm
you
the
say
main
this,
character.
We know.
as you say this,
I have to roll.
no,
Okay.
because of your verbiage, and she sees truth only in those type of phrases and wording, and the way and words you used. The sounds of the waves take over. The clouds and thunders begin to subside. And the change in the atmosphere. As she looks to you, and you can't tell if it was the rain. But heavier drops of water begins to stroll down her face. Almost like tears. Delphi.
Yes.
What is your first reaction when you see as Riptide lets go of her trident and tries to cup you into her hands?
Can I also see this?
You can.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Delphi.
Okay.
And now
So-
she'll start fighting us.
So,
Maybe, but
question. Just
Delphi,
'cause-
if you wish, make an insight check on this.
Okay.
Of
Well,
her
I just
intentions.
So you said that she just has rain down her face, or is she like?
It has been
emotion-
raining this whole time besides the wave crashing. But the
Okay,
thunder rolls,
So it's not like crying or anything.
you can't tell with the rain with your passive perception, but that's why you're making an insight check to see
Okay.
what is her intentions behind what she's doing right now.
Okay.
and I'm too far away to figure out what the hell is happening, and that looks like a move
Okay.
of assault. So
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So insight 16 plus 3 is 19.
19. You
Mhm.
see sympathy mixed with a strange affection. There is no harm in her movements. As she
Okay.
begins to try and cup you into her hand, do you resist?
No, and I'm going to reach out and touch her cheek.
As you do, you all watch Durant quickly casting a shield spell to protect her from an attack as this siren embraces Delphi like a small doll and pulls her in gently before you hear her say,
You poor thing. The sadness of what you've had to go through. Such an adorable fake creature like yourself.
a switch in persona as this individual is doting on Delphi?
Delphi has a new brush.
I'm rolling insight. Wait, can I hear this?
You can, and so can everyone else, as there is a tone shift in the air.
I'm looking up and I'm very, very
Lightheartedly.
fucking confused.
Okay. As they have insight and stuff, when she pulls me in, I'm going to hug her and I'm going to say, I'm sorry about your sister.
I got a dirty 20.
I got a 24.
Much like how
I got
someone...
okay. I got 24 too. Bad.
Very nice. You guys watch as an action displayed by Mosu picks up like small kittens or animals, that slight gentle rubbing of their face against a beautiful creature. This Riptide seems to be in awe, and Delphi up close in slight sorrow of what was just heard, of what you had to go through. On top of also treating you like an adorable kitten, slightly rubbing her face against yours, being careful not to hurt you, but lost in adornment.
Pretty cute.
Wait until you list these. You're getting all this, right?
You're looking to Ulysses saying this?
I mean, he's picking up these phrases and what they're saying anyway, and he's going to end up repeating it back to the Empress anyhow. So, I just want to make sure we're not missing a beat here.
You see Ulysses turn to you. Got it.
Alright.
What the hell is going on? What?
The way he said got it.
as she pulls you away from her face, still being gentle, almost letting her grip loosen in case you wish to fly out. You see as she looks to you as her tears begin to settle slightly.
Thank you. The loss of her distance was hard. We were simply told that she was slaughtered by a hidden city in the fog. I have so many questions. I've only heard reports of creatures of fey nature being here. I've never really seen any fey creatures in, well, besides the old one, but she's been gone for a while. But you're so adorable.
Duffy just kind of like pats her hand. It's like, thank you for understanding.
I'm continuing my confused look.
That little laugh that you did, Josh, gives me that one vampire guy from Twilight, where he puts his hand on Renee's face.
Oh. Ew. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
who
trying
this
to
character is,
remember.
though.
You'll have
'Cause I've
to
never-
watch the last movie to get the reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
the main head guy for the vampire council people. I guess I would say less creepy. More of like if a person met their biggest star, a movie star. It's more of just like the roles have shifted, and you are not
she's
looking.
fangirling.
She's fangirling hard.
Time for Sass to be a movie, like a singer.
As she then
Well,
looks
yeah, she's
over.
already the main character.
I'm gonna
As
do the Glenda hair flip.
Wow.
you see, as she looks over to the rest.
See many other fake creatures. There's a Kiku, fairy as well, and even an Eladrin. Oh my god!
This is
Why are
getting
you?
concerning.
Why are you with a
Going
dragonborn?
on.
Very unique bunch.
He's the former king of the city.
You say that, Durant?
Yes.
As she looks down to you, her face gets a little bit more serious and stern. Looks to Draco, but speaks to you, Durant, as she says,
He would rule a city.
Hey! They're great rulers, thank you.
Might make you believe they're great rulers.
I actually am in love with one, thank you.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You see
city.
as the Leviathan begins to shrink under the water, giving a place for both Riptide and Delphi to step off onto the shores as the creature submerges under. As
We have
the siren's fins hit the rock, you see there is a magical change as two legs, webbed feet at the bottom, show forth. That same green like jaded scales for legs that goes down, but she's able to walk now on land.
Delphi's gonna speak to her and like kind of reach out her arm. The Fae have peace with the city, and I would hope that maybe you could find peace with them too.
There's so much kind of questions I kind of want to give and ask. Individuals I would like to talk to in person.
You see, she looks back to Una as she says this.
The city has been a safe haven for many for a very long time.
Under the rules of Dragonborn.
Yeah?
Yes.
And the current rulers, the dragons, are the ones that run this kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
The destructive nature hasn't let it trouble.
No, not really. Not that I've noticed.
You see, there is a torn fracture between her absolutely loving the view of the Fey folk, but having to look past this Dragonborn ruler, even if it's an ex-ruler. She carries her trident on her back as she still does her best to, like, not hide behind Delphi, but oddly use Delphi like a very small barrier between her and Dragonborn. A almost childlike playfulness of hatred towards them. Very real. But at the same time, not at all what you were expecting from an individual known as Riptide.
The Platinum family has always been kind to their Fey neighbors.
Platinum. This is Sifithar's domain.
Yes.
Well, it
Do we know that?
was.
Yeah, we would know that. That would be history.
That's history, yes.
I know.
Yeah, I know that for sure.
Belinda should know that.
Anyone who's lived in the city should know that.
It's kind of like the first, like, iconic ruler who created the city. So yeah, general history knowledge, the majority of you knows. Sanjiro does not.
I went to college. Okay.
Gone to 2 classes.
I saw him in person.
Yes, you went to college to learn common knowledge.
Common knowledge, diplomacy, and orc peni.
And orc sex.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, because that is very necessary to learn about.
There's a few
Why-
people in
why
this
did you bring
party
that back up?
I do not know orc sex. Thank you very much.
Shut the fuck
Oh.
up.
Just ask Saf.
Don't
She'll
know.
tell you all
No,
about it.
no.
No, it's pretty simple.
That's
whereas-
okay. I don't think I need it.
I think you do.
Yeah, you do. You
Well,
need
the siren
to.
turned out not to be a frog, so I'm okay.
What? Who's a frog?
Huh?
As
Ogres? It was ogres, not orcs.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're common in the fog forest. They're really
We
stupid.
don't need to know. We don't need to know
And they
this.
love doing it out in public.
Yeah.
We don't need to know this.
Well, sucks to suck.
as Riptide continues, looking to you all.
Oh, also, I'm gonna drop concentration on
The shield.
the shield.
Yep. All right.
Sorry. Continue.
No, you're good. As she looks to you all,
Do you have questions? Ones that need to be answered? Clarity and evidence that I can take back.
I have
To my family.
a question.
Yes?
you see a
Why
small
do you
excitement.
trust- I don't mean to be mean, but why do you trust the pixies?
They're fey creatures. Well, the old one, which I have so many questions for you as well, but to answer this one, the old one kind of kept us and those of this realm from visiting the Feywild.
Okay.
So I haven't been able to see much fey creatures, but I was told, and sure enough, you are all adorable.
Well, just be careful the next time you listen to them, okay?
They are known to be quite mischievous.
Big time.
I would naturally say that I disagree, but considering how what you just said, the truth behind your soul, it's so confusing and conflicting.
No, it's okay. It's just they've caused us a lot of trouble so far, so
Be so bold, too. I mean, the next time they whisper something in your ear, before you go casting the first stone, you might want to ask a few questions.
Well, we
It's okay.
only recently received evidence that Rodiscence was no more. Then immediately after, but a few days, the few pixies under her command told us their version of what happened. You guys attacked unprovokingly, slaying her.
Well, you know, there's two sides of every story, and then there's the truth. So.
You were able to speak truth, though. And amongst that truth, I have to ask, are you really the daughter of the old one?
Yes, I recently found that out myself.
Oh, that is so cool! Power of untapped fairy magic. And the fact that you are also given the seal of power to make deals. You said that Rodiscence was the one that gave it to you.
Well, I think it was a mishap. Maybe, because we made a deal, and I shook her hand on it to save the children, in exchange for my life. Which at the time I didn't know that it really had no basis to really do. I found out after. But
She tricked you.
yes, but you know, all that matters is that, you know, the children were saved. You know.
You see, as she, enjoying your presence, looks over to Draco, huffs up a little, and re-dignifies herself.
Then I guess negotiations and clarifications need to be made. Being the representative of the old ones, I shall accompany you to your council chambers to discuss. I expect to be treated as a diplomat. I suspect that the reptilian folk won't attack.
For intimidating.
They won't. Right.
Peace can be restored. No harm shall come to you from our people.
See, she like slightly sticks up her nose and like takes it with, I would say a grain, but more of a pillar of salt. She doesn't, which you guys are able to very clearly see, she doesn't trust his words if listening to him at all.
I promise they won't touch you.
Very well. Where shall we have our discussions?
What about the woods? It's a refuge for Fae, and while you may not be Fae, I think both Timothy and I
A refuge for Fae?
have a comfort there, and I think
Which
it might
means there'll be...
other Fae.
And that is where we shall discuss.
And you see,
Alright.
as she like pulls her trident from her back and clinks it to the ground, you watch as almost all the amphibian folk immediately retreat back into the river and ocean waters as they all begin to sink under, only their heads being visible. And you also see as two of the more heavier armored ones go by Riptide's side. As they are mumbling in Aquian, you're unable to tell what they're saying. until she turns to them, speaking in that same voice, a mixture of like sea life and bubbles of water, even though no water protrudes from her lips. Before they both just nod.
I shall be taking a knight escort with me as a precaution. Well trained, will not do anything without my command. Looks to Delphi. Is that okay?
It's perfectly fine.
Looks back to the other two, speaks again, and you see as the two bow and drop into the water begins to slightly swirl as you guys watch a spiked armor, a bidance in hand, as a seashell-like knight appears, made entirely of water. A water genasi emerges.
Isn't that the same thing that my... Oh no, it's a genasi. My lady at home is a genasi, is she? My little, like, statue thing at home?
No. She's a spirit. Spirit
okay.
knight. This is a water knight. Yeah.
As we go, Delphi is going to say to Timothy, do you know if Theo can permit someone that is barred from the woods magically into the woods?
I have no idea. You want me to go ask him? You want me to ask him? Timothy's getting really excited at this point.
Preferably, we need to get the... what's the bird?
Ulysses.
We need to get Ulysses in so he can take the conversation back to the Emperor.
Timothy quickly pulls out a sending stone in his pocket.
Yep.
And does his little magical thing, and he goes, Theo, I have a question. Can we bring something that is barred out of the woods into the woods with your ability or your power?
There is a good 3-second pause before replying with,
"What are you bringing into the woods?"
It is our information guy.
Damn it, Theo.
What's his race?
He's a kinku.
A kinku.
So why would he have trouble getting in the first place?
It's for your daughter.
I don't think he knows that the reason why he's barred from being her.
Well, then ask.
It was he said that it was those that are from the dark. Those that dwell in the dark can't go into the woods.
Do you say that to him?
I whisper it to Timothy in case he wants to know.
Timothy's getting all anxious at this point. He's playing with whatever he can get. There's little like hee-hee-hees here and there. Let's just say he works with you know who.
Another long silence.
I'll whisper to Timothy. Oh, tell him it's for good reason and to trust you, damn it.
Perhaps it could be a temporary admission.
And then I'll send another one. It could be temporary, and he has information still.
It's not something that can be done temporarily. It was a spell my wife imputed.
Okay.
A holy ground. A place where those of darkness cannot impose upon.
So, I'll send one back. So, that's a no.
I'll see what I can do if it's necessary.
Okay. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
I love you too. What's going on with the front lines?
We're good.
Very convincing, Timothy.
We're good.
With a little thumbs up emote.
You can't. On a cell phone, you can't just text back to him.
Lol.
Thumbs up.
I just can't help but now
Send
just feel
the
like you
general
actually
vibe
physically
to the
say thumbs up. You just physically say thumbs up.
Yes. Now, yes.
Oh my god. Okay. You have the envoy of Riptide and her guardian knights with her. Do you all head back to the woods to begin
Yes.
negotiation where all the refugees are currently staying at?
We believe she won't do anything.
Yeah, but bringing that might be a bad idea.
Okay, well, nobody else suggested a place.
No one suggested, and
Nobody. besides
Draco has
Delphi.
already picked up that he and Riptide are going to be bumping heads.
So, unless you have other places, suggest it.
Just go to the. Oh, well, okay. I guess the castle would be a bad place. The Adventurers Guild, maybe? I don't know.
The Adventurers Guild could work.
Elfie does have a room with no refugees in it.
Yeah, but you're going to walk the person who caused all the damage through the refugees.
To be
that
fair,
are
no one
injured?
knows what she looks like because she
No,
barely
but
arrived.
I'm
To
sure
my
they can
shop.
make an assumption.
We can go to my shop. I probably have space.
She's already excited about seeing the Fae.
If she had a tail, it would be a wagon.
Yeah. So, unless anybody else has anything else that
What
has Fae inside of
hold on.
it.
What if we bring Ulysses back to the casino so he's safe at the casino, and then we bring her to the woods?
He's kind of should be there for the conversation, so he has the full story to tell the Empress.
Yeah. You guys have
the
your
woods have outdoor seating.
It does, actually. It's the alleyway that leads up to it, but there is a small section where you guys could hang out in front of, but tables would need to be brought out. Not difficult to do, but, you know.
Why don't we try that?
I would be okay with that one.
It's kind of like taking a kid to an amusement park and being like, okay, we're just gonna go to the swing set right outside.
Oh my god, we can bring her in after the big conversation.
Alright. Is this the plan?
Okay.
I guess.
It's a really good plan, I'm thinking.
Do you have any better ideas?
Do you
I'm
have
just
a
talking
location
about
that
how
we
what a
could go
good
to?
plan it is. We go to the beach.
Yeah.
We're
What beach?
Just the shore, the eastern
We're
shore.
already at the shore.
we're at the Eastern
You're
Shore.
at the docks.
We're at
That
the
is where we
docks.
currently are.
If you move further to the...
It's a nice change of scenery.
I mean, if you
Maybe
wanted to
not for
move...
her.
Yeah, not for her, but if you wanted to move a little bit more southward, there is a beach section, technically, because you're at the docks right now, but you kind of already told her we're going to the woods.
Whatever.
Well,
You can
nobody
change
said
your
anything
minds, but
else.
it's just... It's,
Know what the woods look like. She could think it's the actual woods.
Delphi simply told her it's the play where the Fae are being refuged.
And nobody said anything otherwise to what Delphi had said.
So let's go to the woods.
Fine.
Okay.
Go into the woods. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and grab the chunk of you. You're all heading down there. And then... Scroll. Oh, there we go. Water Genasi and Riptide. Switching positions instantly. Bop. Binal. Meh. Mwah. There we go. As Riptide and you all begin to head out, a carriage from the royal caravan will be brought to keep it more discreet. But as you guys pass by, Prince Draco talks to his wife. I'm gonna pull up my names again. Princess Galthea. To let her and the family know what is happening, and then to let the adventurers and army know what is taking place. After boarding, as the carriage arrives, each of you begin to head down. A conversation between Riptide and you all take place, as she is aiming her questions completely toward the Fae. But others who wish to jump in, you can. First and foremost, as she looks to Durant, you're riding Aladar?
Yeah.
Delphi, are you riding on Durant's shoulders, or are you in the carriage with the others?
I'm going to stay with her, so wherever, I'm sticking with her.
So the first question is aimed towards you.
Me or Durant?
Oh, you, Delphi.
You. She doesn't fucking care about me.
She's ignoring the humans.
Well, because you said that she looked at Durant. And then
Because I expected you to be on his shoulders, but since you said you're in the carriage, yeah. Let me clarify still. Yeah, as you are in the carriage with her, she insisted that Timothy the Kinku she will, if you guys give her the name of Ulysses, and Una to all ride with her. Obviously, the humans who are not riding the Aladar will be in there as well. Draco was insisted to take the front seat of the carriage away from her to keep the peace. He obliged. But as she is sitting next to you all, the water genasi is simply sitting there, and you see, even though he is made purely almost of water, the seats that he sits down on, the water does not spread outward. There is no puddle dripping from him. But as Riptide looks to you, Delphi, I gotta ask.
Wrong voice. I gotta ask. The old one never told us she had a daughter, which also would make sense of why she was missing if she was busy raising you, because you don't look like an infant.
No, I'm not.
So that's where she's been. She's been raising you.
She is queen of our kingdom.
Indeed.
And I have an older sister.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. This explains why she's been gone for so long. Oh wow, it's actually kind of exciting. Is she gonna be returning soon?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It
should be
we're
fine.
hopefully going to go see her soon. But
You're
I
going
don't
to
know
see
if
her.
she's out-
She's not coming here.
No.
Oh. Like I mentioned before, she made it where we can't visit the Feywild. I've only heard stories and seen the very few Fey creatures I have, mainly pixies, because for distance used a lot of them as her servants and warriors now and then.
If you want to maybe write a letter, I could take it to her.
And I appreciate that. As much as it'd be nice to talk with her again, I was more excited about seeing other Fey creatures, but according to you all, this is place for fey creatures to reside, so I will get to at least see multiple types of where you're from. I hear there's some adorable ones out there.
Yes. And Delphi kind of reaches over and like pats her arm. I know that you got excited and hugged me earlier, and that was fine. But some people may not be used or welcome to that kind of affection from strangers. So.
Oh. Okay. I can keep myself dignified. I am a representative. I will keep
I'll
my...
give you a hug.
Do you say this or do you do this?
Oh, no, I'll say that.
Hugs are fine. It's just sometimes people aren't so welcome to hugs from strangers. That's all.
But when you want to feel like hugging a stranger, you could hug me instead.
But you said you're dating a dragonborn.
Yeah, and?
He's a bard.
I'm also a fairy.
Yeah, your blue wings are cool, by the way. Very beautiful. Dragonborns are descendants from the dragons, and our history with dragons aren't well. They nearly destroyed the world. It was the Council of the Old Ones that stopped them.
I can let you know that my dragonborn has not hurt anyone.
She looks over to Prince Draco.
I think the less interaction will be better in this particular case. We're here for negotiations with them, but for you all, I'm also just curious on Fey folk in general, but how they live, what they do, magic they can produce. I mean,
looking to you, Delphi.
The Fey folk were the ones that created untamed deals. Unbound. As long as you had the magic necessary. The Old One was the first one to make a deal with a dragonborn, or dragon, I mean, named Sifithar. He's the one that helped us get an edge on the others. The chromatic race. Once they were able to be subdued, we were able to bring peace to the world beyond. We just assumed that this fog here was just a ruined curse or wasteland that we couldn't get past until the pixies told us of how resistance made it here, found the city and tried to make first contact. They then made mention of how you all strike first. But from what I hear from you, Soul's voice so beautiful, true, that might not have been the case. So I'm here to gather the information I can to bring back to the others. See if we can clear up a misunderstanding. But I will tell you, if they hear that the kingdom is ruled by dragons, this will be an uphill battle.
You said it was Sithazar who helped you guys, right?
Sifithar, yes.
And he helped you?
He was the first one to make a deal with the Old One. We weren't clarified on what that deal was, but it helped gain an edge over the other chromatic dragons.
Well, so far, none of us have ran into one of those dragons.
I would hope not. They were all defeated and destroyed.
She was an ice dragon.
Yeah.
Do you guys say that out loud?
I wouldn't say she's a chromatic, though. I think chromatic dragons are something else.
Chromatic dragons are those of the 5 main colors: green, black, red, blue, and white, I believe. Green, black, red, white. Yes. They are the ones that deal elemental damage, but white dragons are the ice dragons, including the ancient one you met in that world. So I will say once more, do you say this out loud?
Don't do it.
Well, it depends on if Timothy said what he said out loud, then I do. But if Timothy did not
I
say,
guess
well,
not.
we have, like if Timothy says, well, we haven't seen one of those. Okay.
Okay, just making sure.
This girl standing in the middle of the city. Don't do it.
The shirt like rings out so true. That's your final decision. The way the story would go. Anyway, on the ride carriage over, having this conversation, as she continues on looking to Una now.
And if I'm not mistaken, due to your magical nature, you're an Eladrin.
That's correct.
Elves run naturally in our world. Not even a different world, it's just blocked off by this fog. Where I'm from, elves are more common-based, but those of the Fey magic influenced, the Eladrins, they're all gone. So seeing someone here with the same resonance of magic in their being, the stories you could probably tell are probably extensive.
I'm a simple shop owner.
What type of shop? Fey magic?
Flowers.
Flowers. Fey flowers.
Some.
Cool.
Do I have...
You have made it known that you have a
I
bunch
have
of faithful
Druid
help.
craft.
You have Druidcraft. Oh, yes.
I'll make her a flower.
I assume of Fey nature.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me pull up my flower list.
As this happens, she...
I'll give her some tassel thimbleberry.
As you hand over some tassel thimbleberries, the vines where the fruit grow from, there's a small chiming and ringing.
It has got flowers.
Cool.
He like reaches out and takes it. You see as she uses her own magic to almost make fresh water to preserve its life. As you see, she then puts it away in one of her side armor pouches, which you notice should not fit, but slips in like it is bottomless.
Nice.
She looks back to the rest of you. And then, birdfolk.
And then a birdfolk. I don't know if it's part of the Aarakocra, or is it...
You see as Ulysses. So you're a Kinku.
Oh, Kinku. Well, it is nice to meet you.
And what throws her off, but you all are somewhat used to, as he replies in her voice.
It is nice to meet you. Fascinating. Are you able to mimic all words, or just... Do you have a voice of your own?
Things don't work out the way we like.
I'll never get used to that.
That is awesome. A mimic-like notion that takes over the voice perfectly. You said you'll never get used to it. I didn't catch your name.
Leah.
You're not a normal human.
Normal? What do you mean?
Sense something there. Not a fae, so it hasn't really piqued my interest too much, but you are special.
I beg your pardon? I'm sorry.
There's something that resides in you. Did you not know?
No. I mean, Dad was a butcher. Mom kind of tended to the farm life, so, I mean, there's really nothing much there.
Intriguing.
She
Is
looks
there
out.
something that you know that I don't know?
She looks back to you. Looks like she was getting ready to change the topics since you don't seem to understand or know. She looks back to you though with that comment.
It's just that there's something more there. Like a mixture. Something that resides within either your magic or your essence. One of the two. Nothing dangerous, but just not norm.
I don't know magic.
It could be anything. It could be nothing. It's just something I picked up on.
Can I roll a perception check?
Perception or insight?
Insight, I guess.
Make an insight check.
17 plus 5, 22.
She doesn't have a face of concern like it's anything dangerous. It's more of like understanding a puzzle piece that is there, but the person building the puzzle doesn't know exists. They don't know what to do with the puzzle piece or what it's going to do, but just knows that it is present. Considering how you are showing of no knowledge of this, she doesn't really know where to take it besides just simply letting you know that it was and is there. She's not able to identify what that arcane essence she might be sensing. She then turns towards the window, rolling it down slightly just so the voice can be heard as she looks to you, Duran.
Okay, I'm sorry. I muted. No.
You're not. I can tell from your divine arcane presence. You are a follower of one of the gods?
Correct, I serve Paylor.
God of the Sun.
Correct.
He is quite popular from our world as well. Good to know even though your world is cut off, some have been able to find a divine favor. If I remember correctly, I believe the Queen had two of the same faith under her command. Old Cleric and Paladin.
Interesting.
It's been many years, though. Ever since she retreated back to the Feywild, we haven't been able to keep in touch, so I don't know what happened to them. But as I see that you are not filled with the greed of most humans. The main reason why the Fey realm has been rescinded. Because after the dragons fell, many mortals cling to the power that they left behind. One climb for that power was Fey creatures. Try and gather ingredients. They would try and gather arcane abilities they folk naturally had. This enraged a few of us, for Queen Oleander was the one that brought us together to help end the dragon's reign of destruction and terror. The moment that the mortals were free, they merely did whatever they wanted for power, even at the sacrifice of others.
She looks back to you, Delphi and Timothy.
I understand why the Fae needs to be separate, to keep those that can't keep their dark hearts at bay from causing any more tragedy.
She looks out to the town here as you guys begin to pull up towards the woods. Most of you with the passive insights. Durant, Leah, Sanjiro, Una, and Valindra. You notice as when she looks towards hundreds, thousands of Fae refugees gathered in the streets, the fear on their face of not knowing what is going on. There is a saddening to her.
We responded to what we thought was a monstrous attack. I do apologize, since you were right, Delphi. From your side of the story, I guess we were the monsters.
As the carriage comes to a stop, the door opens, leading down the alleyway. Other refugees there, some moving and passing food or supplies, or simply just going about the day in this crowded space. As the group of you disembark, who's the first to lead her down the alleyway to the front doors of the woods?
Me.
As Delphi leads her fairy form
No.
fly out of the carriage, you see
I'm
as
gonna hold her hands, like, kind of out in front of her, and, like, my hand behind me, just kind of pull her.
as you help her from the carriage, pulling her free, Durant dismounting Aladar and being beside you. As people see you exit first, you see the hope return to their eyes with glee and excitement. And then as Riptide exits, there is no immediate recognition of who this individual is. Adorned in armor, her trident blade rests on her side hand like a staff. And as you begin to guide her and her water genasi, you hear the rumors one by one begin to pick up as the rest of your group follows out of the carriage. There is the whispers of, "Who is she?" within the tone of the aquatic nature, the armor, and the seashelled like night behind her made of water. It doesn't take long for civilians to put it together that this is an individual from the ocean. The way her hair doesn't really glide well. Like if it is like slightly dampened from the seawater. The beautiful nature is not ignored. The citizens are looking at who they are only able to deduce is someone in charge of, responsible, or even partaking in the battle that's left a lot of them leaving their homes on the Eastern Front. No disdain or fear. As they see the rest of you, they are trying their best to hold it together. As you all guide them through the fronts of the woods, the entryway of massive tree-like walls surround. You see as Riptide looks up to this and looks around to the other individuals. You can tell she wants to be excited of meeting beast folk. Aarakocra, others of fey nature. But even she can tell the mood of the air for those around. Delphi already has inspiration. I gave her a DM inspiration. But as you are all here,
when we reach like towards the end, Delphi's going to look at, is it Draco?
the king, Prince Draco, yes, who's at the end of the line here.
She's going to turn around and look at Prince Draco and kind of like fly towards him a little bit. I think the city could use words from you to put them at ease right now.
I'll try my best, even though I'm not king anymore.
You don't have to be king to be someone that they look up to.
You see as he nods acknowledgement of that, as he turns to the people, declares,
Citizens of Platinum Star City, hear my words. The battle that has taken place on the Eastern Front has come to a halt. We are here to negotiate, to make sure that the war never proceeds. With these talks, we can resume our peaceful lives, and threats should no longer come to the citizens of Platinum Star City. For those of you who are afraid, be not. For this is our first step towards peace. And a chance for a new aid from beyond the fog.
see this notion of aid from beyond the fog raises people not whispering in fear, but in questions of acknowledging there's something beyond the fog. We've learned there are now things beyond the fog, and the war can be over if the negotiation succeeds. As fear is only slightly lifted, as everyone is still holding their breaths for this important moment. As Riptide turns around.
No more harm shall come to the city, you have my word. Once things have cleared up here, do wish peace for every one of you.
Siren-like call. Not of the threatening nature before, but of the sympathetic nature, trying to relay the idea that there is no longer hostility in this moment. Nothing can get rid of the true fear of the past 3 days. But now a new spark of a chance of these peace talks leaves the crowd almost hungered for the answers of what is about to betray here. As she looks back to you all.
Shall we go in?
Yes.
As you all begin to walk forward. Iroka.
Okay.
Is Theo here yet?
Theo is not here, but as you guys approach, you see as Ulysses once again hesitates at the front door. As Riptide is brought in by you, Delphi, she enters in. There doesn't seem to be anything keeping her from entering. As Ulysses takes note of this, you see as he slowly approaches the door and just simply uses his foot claw to tap against the wood. Unlike before, there is no blackened smoke, no barrier. Or you see as he, attempts to fluff his body like a bird shaking off tension. No fluff, though, for he has no wings, only the feathered neck of his cloak. As he then, in a very familiar voice, well, this is gonna get exciting.
Oh,
All right, Ulysses, calm down.
As he then enters in through the revolving doors. As everyone here, I'm just gonna go ahead and not Aladar. Aladar is gonna stay outside like a good boy.
No, we're gonna bring him in the woods.
No dinosaurs in the woods.
He can fit.
We go over to the interior of the woods.
He's a service animal. Let him in.
He's a service animal.
He does provide a service.
Oh, you're gonna have a dinosaur just roam in the woods?
Sure, why not?
Yes, making sure there's no copies. Nope, copies on top right. Oh, not the map. Leave the map alone.
Why not, though? We let a bird into the woods.
He's a war horse. He's fucking huge.
He's huge. He's actually huge. If we're on the battle map now. So with the battle map here,
You want me to shrink him for you?
No, just he can stay outside. He's fine. He's fine with it.
Says the man who wanted him to come inside.
I was joking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everyone's already out of order. All right, let me try and get everyone on a space so I can know where the spaces are at.
Outside?
Here we go.
Is that where Claire is standing?
Clara is standing on the side, and you see as she is talking with other individuals to either make
I'm gonna
room or
rush
move
at
around.
her, and I'm gonna give her a hug.
You fly towards her full speed. She turns around, is like, oh, and gently re-embraces you with the hug. Oh, Timothy.
Hi.
Theo made mention that we are having guests. As she looks past you, seeing not only just the Kinku in the dark robes, but the quite tall individual of Riptide and the Water Knight next to him. Riptide standing around 6'4"-ish. trident in hand, as the knight
Damn.
is more 6 foot. As Claire looks at all that and then looks toward the last person to enter in, being Prince Draco, as she's like, okay, sure. Haley looks across the bar as she like pokes her coyote head up, ears flapping. Yes. Oh. Tables, got it. And is immediately going and grabbing drinks and everything in great speed, moving back and forth from the center table that is still small, as she is setting up glass in pieces. As you see, Claire pulls out the wand, very familiar to all. One charge already seeming to be used up for the day. As other individuals who are simply around the table still either lagging behind, which could have been instructions from Clara, but they are moving nonetheless. As she looks at all individuals, citizens of the woods, it seems that we have a negotiation talk about to be happening here. Does this need to be private? As she looks to your group.
I look at Draco. Should it be private?
Probably.
You probably should, to avoid misunderstandings.
Private, please.
If everyone can, for now, we'll have food brought out into the alleyways and streets for those that need it. Kaylee, are you able to do this? Oh, and you see Kaylee in the back. Got it! And just moving back and forth with just quick speed, like another busy day on the job. Her coyote-like feet just moving across. And for those of you that are around, if you want to, feel free to make a perception check or not.
I have a question.
Possible answer.
This lady,
I don't see which one
Here?
you're pinging.
here,
Oh, you're okay.
I panicked. I couldn't figure
That's
out.
fair. That's fair.
Is that the same lady that
That-
talked to me?
Is the lizard folk who has the pale eyes
From the camp thing. And
From the
she
cave,
told me
yes.
about my mark.
Yep.
Yeah. I got an 18 on perception, by the way.
I got a
Alright.
23.
18 as well.
No, he's
Those-
gonna notice her, but not say anything.
Got it.
He's just gonna.
Those with a 13 or higher are able to take notice that.
Wait, I didn't roll.
Oh,
I didn't roll.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay, hold on. Where is it? What am I rolling?
Perception.
Look up,
I was distracted by the lizard lady.
Oh, happen.
What is it? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
I got 11.
Those with a 13 and higher are able to take notice as the fake creatures are moving out of the woods, walking slowly. Those of different races, shapes, and sizes. You see as Riptide is taking in everyone walking through. As she does, she can't help but have a smile on her face of an exciting child window shopping at the toy store. Not hugging or grabbing anyone, as she is holding herself with some dignity, but cannot hide the excited smile on her face as she sees them move by. As each individual, one by one, will begin to disembark from the woods.
This lady's cool.
She's one of the female lizard folk that came from the caves.
She's really cool looking.
Yeah. Right up there.
Yeah, one of like the warrior women that helped protect the kids when we came back.
Yep. Oh, let me do that. Okay. Do that. Okay. You are a helper. You are a student scholar. So anyone else that is not immediate staff of the woods, Finnick is over there. Raphtalia is in her room. Perfect.
Wonderful.
As the center table is being adorned with a bunch of plates from Kaylee as she's moving back and forth, dropping off pitchers of water, drinks, snacks, foods, beverages, bread, and just like going back and forth, dropping stuff off. The table is completely filled up with just items and glasses and dishes. Before she then turns over to Clara. Ready?
I'm gonna fly over the table. Do I see any waffles?
No waffles, no. That wasn't
Can I
done.
get a waffle? Please?
I don't know if it was an intention or not, but just the way you said that. Can I get a waffle? Can I get a...
Please?
As you
Can
say
I
this...
get something strong, please?
As you say this, he's like, something strong and a waffle. And runs
Thank
behind...
you, Kaylee.
Thank you!
Welcome! And goes behind the counter talking to Elle, the Harrigan, as he's like, going back in the kitchen. Heads to the back area to start cooking up some waffles as Kaylee grabs some, she leans over the counter. Is this a whiskey moment or an ale moment?
I don't care.
Whiskey it is. Goes on, you hear the clattering of bottles and glasses. As the table is there, you watch as Clara... It's only a small table to seat, like, 5. As Clara approaches the center table and whisks her wand. The tree and table begins to expand and grow, dishes and cups moving along with it. And as it expands to its full length, it becomes a almost council-like table where many individuals can sit around it. I can't expand the map, so instead, theater of the mind. As individuals are able to be placed around key locations, however you see fits. As Draco would take the opposite end of where Riptide sits.
Looking through, I'm gonna catch Clara's gaze and just kind of like look at the Kinku to give her like a "you don't gotta worry about that one" kind of look.
She like raises the wand in her hand, and you see as she taps the empty gem. With the idea she used one of the charges to open the passage for this individual. There's only one gem shining left on the wand.
Delphi's gonna motion for Timothy to sit on the other side of Riptide.
Okay.
Okay.
Prince Draco will take the exact opposite end of Riptide then. The rest of you, where would you like to be sitting? Sanjiro, Brent, Thea, or Una?
I needed water.
Where the hell is
Sorry, I was trying to find my character.
I can't move myself.
Chair.
Well, it's a massive table, which is not accurate to the area, but it's basically the circling of the center table here.
Yeah, so just try to follow how we sit.
Like, I'm not leaving this bird's side. That's the thing.
Yeah. As you stand, sit next to the bird, as everyone takes their seats, see Clara is on the counter getting ready to serve whoever and however she can. As you all sit down for talks of negotiation. As Draco speaks first.
The record states this shall be the first chances of negotiation talk between the Platinum Star City and the Council of the Old Ones.
Indeed.
As you all sit here, eager and waiting. I'm gonna make a dice roll. Cool. As you all settle in, food being brought, Elle making the last of the waffles before she brings the snack over to the table. You go.
Yes.
Kaylee drops
Thank
it off.
you.
Drops off whiskey for Leah. Leaves the bottle. You see as Ulysses turned around. Lauren, if you can.
Whatever he wants, Kaylee, I got it.
Okay. And you see she's like slightly awkward of how the crow responded. But understandably, customers are customers. Heads over and goes to Elle to ask for just corn. As the meals are being had, teas, ale, waters, and all that you request are being brought. But a few minutes of being able to settle in before just the drinks remain. As Riptide speaks up.
Due to the truth that Delphi has given me, I now know that Rodiscence was the one who caused harm to the city first. That being said, I need to bring back evidence to my sisters. Even though they might believe my word, giving them more proof will be easier to settle the citizens of Rodiscence's domain.
As Prince Draco looks over to Ulysses and Lee on that side. A moment of an intense description. One that immediately intensifies the scenario. We're playing of a torturous description of a high elf noble confessing of a deal being made between himself and a voice familiar to a few. As the Kinku replays the voice mimicking all the notions of both the Empress and the individual speaking. And finishing, you see as Riptide digests this information or turning to your group.
What has been your experiences with Riptide?
With Riptide?
Sorry, with Rodiscence.
Timothy will look back over at Delphi.
She made children into were-rats, and from our understanding and what you just heard, tried to take our life when we first got here, and numerous times after that.
She tried to kidnap you to take your life. There was a thing of trying to get you alive.
Okay, well, she tried to kidnap us. So it wasn't good from the start, and it wasn't good up until the end, if I'm honest.
To support your claims, we have known that Rhodissance has citizens of lycanthrope nature. A curse. One that was first brought from the Fae. We knew she ruled uniquely over her domain. We never thought she'd resort to attacking children, Fae or not, innocents. We have not heard of these complaints from her, of her people. It's a little hard to process that she's willing to do such great atrocities. But this all sounds possible, of what she is capable of.
Unfortunately, right now none of us know why it was that she was doing what she was doing. So, maybe while her actions were not good and they were unjust and for innocent people, in her mind, they might have been what she needed to do, what was right. It doesn't mean that she had to have been doing it for evil intentions. I know she's someone you care about, but people can do bad things while thinking they're not doing bad things.
I think there's some clarifications that need to happen from our end as well. You all have no knowledge of the world beyond the fog, do you?
No.
We've only been so far, a little bit out. We do have some people that have managed to make it out and come back, but our knowledge is still quite limited.
You do not know the history of how our world came to be, and the war that we had to commit to free it from their kind.
She looks across the table at Draco.
The Council of the Old Ones is not a simple group of rulers. Though we rule our own dominion now, we were each beings of our domain, and had to save it from the draconic tyrants, the ancient chromatic dragons. Their thirst for power, pride, their gluttony to devour everything in their past. It was leading the world to ruin. And so, the Old One was able to strike a deal with a dragon known as Sympathar. One who, unlike the chromatic kind, was able to display a radiance of magic energy compared to that of the natural element. With this edge, deal being made, the other 5 ancient dragons went to war with each other. A conflicted battle. One that led them weakened. In their weakened states, Queen Oleander gathered high beings of each domain a celestial, a human, myself. A primordial titan of the elements. They gathered all of us, and she unlocked the power to create a deal within each of us. We were known as deal makers. Those who can give or gain power based on what we were able to give. Each of us has a domain we currently realm over. A place where we give our deals for the betterments of our people. But none are the same. Each different. It is here, in each of our domains, that we gained our powers by making deals with other citizens, people who wanted refuge from the dragons. The more deals we made, the more powerful we became. Until finally, when the dragons weakened each other to a state where we were able to intercede, we did. One by one, we gathered together, taking out the dragons, subduing their kin, and keeping them from decimating lands beyond their own. We left a section of them to be able to try and thrive on their own, but keeping their power from overseeding. The Ancient Ones had to be slain. They would not bow under any circumstances, even under the threat of death. They did not falter until they were slain. The adult dragons also took suit in this, fighting to the last. And their dragonborn kin below them. We left alone under the Titan's domain, where his elemental abilities were able to control their magics, keep them from uprising and destroying more. But over time, even their arrogance led to their downfall and demise. There are no more dragons in our realm. There are no dragonborns in the world beyond this. You all have told me that Siphathar's rule has been peaceful. From what I can tell from this city, there's no ruin besides the one we've caused. It is beautiful. I only imagine what it was like before we attacked. And say with a guarantee we will not trust the dragonkind easily. But if your city is restored, and true peace can be found, I can do my best, and with your mother's help, if it is true, Elfie, we might be able to make peace between our lands and this city.
She looks to you all after giving this information to each of you.
I can call for a meeting to gather of the old ones. A meeting that not even your mother can ignore. Once we all gather, I will tell them of what we learned here. Let them know that war does not need to happen. And if we inform them of how this city has thrived, even under a dragon's control, I believe maybe the barrier might no longer be needed. And we might even be able to add someone. Add a new member of the old ones. Replace Rodistance's position. But we need a guarantee. You said you had a new ruler. Has Sifithar passed?
As she looks to the table. Does anyone say anything?
I take a glance at Draco and see his features on his face as she asks that.
Make an insight check.
Okay. I got a natural 20.
Kill it. You look at his face. You see that he is holding stern, a royal not leading any inklings of information from any micro expressions. As his eyes meet yours, he simply lowers his hands and speaks.
My father, Sifithar, no longer rules. Instead, it is my brother Theo, as of now. One who has taken over this tavern and protected the Fey folk personally. If you wish to know his character, you may ask of them.
You see as Riptide is taking these words in, doing her best to have her history set aside. Looks at this tavern for the beauty that it is and sees the other staff of Fey folk hiding, not hiding, but behind the counter. Definitely holding their breath, as Claire is also just present.
Your brother helped created this place to protect the Fae.
Yes.
And he is the one who you are dating.
Yes.
What is his name?
I'll look at Draco once more, and then I'll just say Theodore.
His full name is Theoden Platinum. He has gone by an alias of Theodore Windstrider.
Keep forgetting.
He passed along his noble heritage to me so that he may dwell with the citizens and keep them safe. As a request of his latent wife.
You see a shock of understanding what this means. A dragon or dragonborn choosing to protect people rather than have power and influence strikes a difficult chord for Riptide.
Above table, I know that that was my aunt, right? Pretty sure.
I think I told you? Yeah.
Yeah, because
No,
You do know, because you asked the Empress
Okay.
personally, and the Empress explained it.
Yes.
That was
Okay.
during the test, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Duffy's going to turn towards why am I blinking? I want to call her
Riptide?
Riptide.
Yep.
His late wife was apparently my aunt, the sister to my mother. She was a fae.
Mm-hmm.
So this is twice now that he's shown his love for fae
Sister.
creatures. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Queen Oleander doesn't have a sister.
What she told me. I never met her.
You see there is a heavy confusion on Riptide's face.
From my understanding, Queen Oleander of the Fey Kingdom was an only child. And yet here you say she was a she has a sister. One who took care of this place.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she hide that from us?
I don't have the answers. I don't know myself.
There are questions that need to be answered. But first, as for this meeting, we need to get one thing straight. I will pull back my armies, my soldiers. The oceans up to the fog shall be yours to fish again, unbothered. But a council of the old ones will be called. To clear up this misunderstanding, Delphi, can you accompany so we can speak with your mother?
Do you want me to go to the old ones meeting, or just ask my mother to go?
Come with us. Your mother will have to reply to the call. Therefore, she will be present. If you wish, I can treat you like a diplomat like you have treated me. You may bring your friends, whoever you deem is necessary. I do have to say that, for now, make sure none are of dragonkin nature. But I think it might be best to clear up this misunderstanding. To having Queen Oleander's daughter there with us would be the perfect way to do so.
Okay.
You see as Prince Draco speaks up.
I don't doubt that you can keep them safe. But if these other pixies were to try and cover up their story, do you see if they became hostile? A threat posing on Delphi's life?
As tricky as the pixies can be, changing their form or environments around them. By themselves, they cannot overpower us, the leaders of the Old Ones. I can guarantee Delphi's safety. I can even extend that over to Prince Timothy, if he wishes to join.
Oh,
Quick
God,
question. Did you tell him you're a prince or just your name?
No, just Timothy.
And she would just retracts that and just says Timothy.
I assume you were going to go, considering how you and Delphi are both of Fey nature. Being connected to the Queen of the Fey realm would be an easier way of persuading them.
Yeah.
Any other friends you wish to bring along, I can try and keep safe, but you two will be my top priority as the diplomats. Anyone else would need the skills to defend themselves. We'll be heading to the forest area where the Old One resides. It is beyond the fog.
And she then reaches into her armor, pulling out a massive parchment. And if you haven't before, via the intro, reveals the land beyond your own. Unblocked, unscathed. Markered and noted for each domain. The top Arctic wastelands mixed with trees and animals that can only survive in such harsh environments. You see titled and listed there. Belongs to the domain of Thyzeraphil, the Celestial. Gotta grab my mouse, pass my notes. To the lower deserts. Creatures of massive size. Belonging to Scornius, a phoenix-like entity.
Ooh.
Explains further. You have the old draconic nation to the west, ruled by volcanic heat and obsidian rock. Ruled by the Titan. I don't think that name is correct. Let me triple check my notes real quick. Wow, I really just hit it on the nose. Yeah, the primordial titan, Pandoro.
Nice.
you see as she points to a valley-like area. This land ruled by Vinny. She points to the swamp-like lakes and tree, like, almost the map shows it as well-grown, well-kept, but the ocean, or lake, more darkened, hued. This place was run by Rodicents. Her domain resides there. But with it gone, the citizens have been taking care of themselves for a while. And then you have the old one. You know, Leander's... We say dominion. She does not rule there. She rules back in the Fae. But she points to a massive sigil of a tree. This is where we have our meetings. Call of the Council of the Old Ones. Protected by a massive creature of her design. It is well fortified by her people. She has given refuge to most elves, humans, and dwarves.
The music.
It is a very well kept environment. So our pathing will have to be through the oceans, and if you wish to explore a little before heading to the forest line, we can either go north, which is through Therafield's frozen lands, or we can head through Scornius's desert fields, whatever you prefer. I personally enjoy more colder areas, but this will be your guys' first term out, so I don't mind showing you around as you have shown me some pleasantries. Oh,
It'd be nice if I had the voice. I can show you around if you wish to explore some of the other dominions on our way to the Olden Tree.
Where would you guys like to go? I would like to go to the snow.
Typically, I don't like being cold.
We'll keep you warm.
I'd prefer the snow over the heat.
Bet I could get some interesting plants from the snow.
I think you're being outweighed here, Leon.
Cold there.
You gotta say it like that, Timothy. Damn.
We're going to the snow.
I should let you know that Zeraphil's dominion is actually quite pleasant. Temperatures can get cold, however, she is able to keep her cities and towns warm due to her deal-making.
Hey.
Providing safe dominion and rest for those that need. And for those that are not ready to say goodbye, she is able to extend the faith of those who would pass.
Wait, she's able to do what?
She is of celestial nature. The deals she makes are those to restore wounds, warm those who are cold, or if you're willing to pay the toll, she can even bring back those loved ones who have been lost to time. Extend the time that people have with those that they have lost.
Oh, damn.
How long?
It would not be permanent, or everyone's fate comes to an end, as she tells me over and over again. But she is able to bring back those for as long as the individual making the deal can pay the toll. A servitude of sorts. Think of it as you serve with your life to extend the lives of your loved ones.
What if my ones are already lost?
You would have to ask her. This is out of my realm. I am one who gives of nature. For my dominions under the seas, life is more of survival of the fittest. So I'm able to give my citizens deals of power, strength, speed, enhancements to the body. And what I ask for return is loyalty and a sense of being kind, using that power to help others, along with serving in my armies.
Okay.
I don't remember the others. It's been a few hundred years since we last gathered. The newest one to our council was Rodiscence. She wasn't always part of the old ones. I believe that used to belong to a human's role.
Human.
There was a human part of the old council, but as you know, human lives are short. But I believe their deals passed down through their family for a while was that of wealth, riches, and prosperity.
Yeah, it wasn't my family.
We don't know what happened to them, but at some points, their lineage of deal-making passed. And so Rodiscence took over. He came from the Feywild to be able to help that lost city. It was thriving, and it has been. That's why the news of her betrayal will probably hit the others with a hard time understanding. Due to my power, ability, and the evidence you presented, there's irrefutable proof that she is responsible in some way, shape, or form for the first offense against your kingdom. But to clear this all up, we should talk together. I can make the call for the old ones to gather once again. But it would help clear up the misunderstandings if at least you were there, Princess Delphi. That way your mother can clear up this weird, probably misinformation of neither not telling us or simply wanting her sister to have a more normal life.
Okay.
I'll go. And I think a lot of people at this table will probably want to come along if I know them, which I've gotten to.
I would like to go.
It couldn't be any worse than a trip in the Feywild.
You
Wasn't
see,
that bad.
Right.
you see a immediate like head turn, eyes like not wide of shock, but more of like your passive perception is 11. Make a perception or make an insight check, Durant. As Thassa's head snaps in your direction, ever so less than elegantly.
8.
She is staring at you, and it feels like there are daggers going through you.
What?
You've been to the Fae?
Yeah?
Yes.
I'll have.
Was not a particularly enjoyable trip.
She looks over to you, Leah.
2 humans have been to the Fae?
Yeah.
It was for Delphi and Timothy.
Okay. That's fine.
She like takes a small cloth, wipes under her nose and near her eyes.
If it's any consolation, it's just as beautiful as you probably are picturing in your head.
I am
Not meant for humans.
I am picturing trees of mushrooms.
Yes,
Right.
there are trees of mushrooms. I used to play in a forest of them when I was younger.
There are
There's
also
also
goddamn
Pikachus.
doppelgangers everywhere.
Oh, that too.
Not anymore.
No, they're still there.
There's Pikachus.
When diplomacy reaches or understanding points, maybe I can make a diplomatic meeting to the Fae realm.
As she looks to you, Delphi, very puppy dog-eyed like.
Why are we getting a hippo involved?
I think that I would be open to talking to my mother about arranging that. I don't see why not. You've been extremely kind to me. But you must know, there are beings over there that are not nice. And there we have in the Feywilds, like, our own issues, and with people that do evil things. So you can't just go over there and try to hug everyone. Not because they might think you rude, but because some of them might be a little angry and
Like these
react.
doppelgangers, that's they said.
Not to mention
Yes.
the animals that might want to
Yeah.
hug you back a little too strongly.
Yeah,
You gotta
so,
be careful with those doppelgangers.
I
You
see.
could, but we would have to make sure that, you have a little more knowledge, because I understand that you're excited, and I don't want you to get hurt.
I
As
appreciate
much
that.
as I'd like for it to say that it's a peaceful place, it has its problems.
Well, that is something to look forward to. So, I will have an escort to protect Delphi and her companions to the best of my abilities with my army. We're going to be heading through the northern Arctic fields, through Zeraphil's lands, to head to the old tree where the council meeting of the Old Ones will take place. We probably should have a representative of the Platinum family, as they are the rulers of this kingdom. Do you know of any of your family members, Prince Draco, who can seem more humanoid?
See, as Prince Draco opens his mouth, and you see he's like contemplating who to send over, who can probably change their form, look as they need to help with this diplomatic measures for the Platinum Star City. And as he opens his mouth, a voice rings from the front door. I have a pretty good idea of who that could be. No barrier to keep her at bay. Armor. And a sword adorned on her back as she enters with
That
confidence.
corn, please.
A horn?
Corn. That corn, please.
No, Rachel, that's not.
I know. Trying to keep Ulysses busy, okay?
As everyone sees enter, armored, readied, surprisingly not muscular, but definitely warrior-like arms retreating through this almost iron like body armor. A sword on her back, and confidence with a small personal cup of some type of drink in her hands. Why don't we just skip the formalities and send a princess of the kingdom? One might say an empress. She takes a drink. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh.
Womp womp.
Oh, vey. I bid thee congratulations, you guys avoided war. You almost let the dragons take the lead of the...
sass.
Yeah, you almost let the dragons take the lead of the negotiations, which could have led to a small battle taking place. But you avoided it. Congrats.
GG, sass. Good job with your rhymes.
Thanks. You know, when I made Delphi a diplomat, I really took it to heart. So
yes.
I really wish I could change Timothy from a bard to like a dancer, like a bard type thing.
What?
What I was talking about earlier. Come on.
That is not where my head went at first.
Keep on.
No, I'm just confused because you said I want to change him from a bard to a dancer bard.
Yeah,
I went stripper pole dancer.
No! Oh my god.
I mean, you're a bard, so why don't you just dance?
Yeah, just learn dancing.
Just
You don't even need to learn it. You're a prince. You've probably been taught it.
Well, you have some dance lessons in you. Your father would have had you do that.
yeah, just start busting out moves.
Just bust the move.
You can play your violin while shaking that ass, you know?
Yeah, you could be like, what's her name? Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works. She proves you can do it.
No, fuck her.
Wow.
She's
What?
very talented. I just don't support where she puts her money.
I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna leave myself as an arrogance. Arrogance? No. What's it called?
Ignorance.
Ignorance is bliss, and I'm gonna remain blissful.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Nate. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. If you are wondering how we got to this point, there are 28 more episodes on my YouTube channel that one guy plays. I hope y'all have exciting notions, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, chat.
Night night.